2 minutes down there. That's actually where I work at.
Oh,
right,
I'm
live,
just outside.
We're live now.
Y'all live now.
We live.
Texting out
Alright.
the tweet.
We live and late. That's the comment. We live and late.
Saying we
Yeah.
here though.
All right, hold on, guys. We are sorry for our late shit. We got into a little bit of a pickle here. All right. Why I say one person watching? Hold up, bro.
Yeah.
No. You straight, bro. Like, wait.
All right, yeah, now it's up now. I see it now.
Yeah, I gotta put UFC on here. We gonna get to that.
Got the UFC.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This is GMG episode 109. Ricky is out working late. Before we actually start, guys, we are considering. Well, we're probably
No, ain't no consideration. It's
Yeah.
happening.
We've gathered up and we have decided to move the podcast to Wednesdays at a earlier time, so that it's easier for us four collectively, plus any of the guests can still get here. I feel like the people that we have come on are still gonna be available, so I don't think we'll be missing out. I want to give y'all time to be able to watch award shows and sports playoffs and all that stuff, because 8:30 is kind of late, and then come 10:30 we still on here and all that stuff. Plus we want to start streaming after the show again, so we want to move the show to Wednesdays. Ultimately, the reason it comes down to making sure we are accommodating one of our hosts, which is Ricky, so that he can actually get here and get home and get off at a decent time. There's a lot to ask from him, and I think it'll be easier on everybody. So Wednesdays, when we in your sub box, don't act ridiculous. Don't act like something's wrong. Don't think it's still Wednesday. We just moving. All right? Wednesdays at 6. We're going to try to be on time. We know we late today,
Yes.
but we will try to
But
be
it's
on
all
time.
good.
Yeah.
6:30.
6:30, man. All right, 6:30. 6:30.
6:30.
All right, between 6 and 6:30.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so
Black people time too.
yeah, black people time.
Yes.
That's why.
Black
I said
people
six.
time 6:00. For the white people that's in the stream, that means 6:30.
Yeah. All right, so this is episode 109. We have a first timer here, which doesn't make no sense because I thought I should have been had Patriot on. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Y'all know DGP, the Great Patriot. Happy to be on this stream. Just out here in these streets in college. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's appreciate y'all having me on here.
Okay. All right. Joystix, one of our 6 men.
What's up, everybody? As always, it's an honor and pleasure to be back tonight. I'm looking forward to having a good conversation and getting into some of these topics. And I see Ricky is in the chat now, so that's
Hey,
wonderful.
what up, Ricky?
Wiki. All right. Abel.
Guys, what's going on? Thank you guys for having. Oh shit, I'm part of it. I'm happy to be here with you guys, and good evening, guys. Make sure you like this video. Let everybody know that we're out here talking games, and let's have some fun. And glad Silverjoystix is back on the show. My boy Patriot, super clown in the Twitter world, always posting out some funny shit. But I'm glad he's here, and let's talk games. Let's have fun.
We going to get to see some Savage Abel this week. Last week you was
I need to see.
Hey, Abel took it there
I have to. When I get Savage, I have to look back at Mrs. Green because I get too loud sometimes. Like I get really excited, so she's like, "Shut up."
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Prophecy.
Yo.
Intro.
Oh. Yo.
God.
this dude. By the way, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's in here. If you could tweet out the stream, like it, whatever you feel. Also, what the fuck was that? Make sure that you subscribe to the other people every week. All right, we don't do this shit for no goddamn reason. All right,
True.
We need y'all to dance y'all way over to the other channels. Now, first order of business. Prophecy actually came up with the ultimate deal. Now, we have deals courtesy of Abel in the description, but the highlight was a bundle that Prophecy found out. So we're just going to tell you about that. Prophecy, do you want to tell them about that bundle, yeah?
Yeah. It was a PlayStation 4 for 400 bones. You get Star Wars Battlefront, The Division, as well as Far Cry Primal. That's crazy. Them crack prices, bro.
3 games.
Like 3 AAA games that's out right now. I don't know if Star Wars Battlefront,
Wow.
but the other 2 games, AAA games, it's on. What was it? eBay. Hold on, I gotta double check.
All right.
Man, that's a pretty good deal right there.
400.
Yo, if wait,
400, bro.
Prof, if it's coming out of eBay, like what company is it coming out of? Like they usually.
Hold on, give me a minute. That's what.
Okay.
While he's looking for that reminds me of the reason I got the Wii U in at the end of 2014 for like around holiday season. It was a Black Friday deal. It was some shit like I hadn't had a Nintendo system since 64. My sister had a GameCube, and I basically always played her GameCube, but I didn't have one. But when I seen they had a Wii U with Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World, and I don't even know what the other. There was like
I got that same one, bro.
4 or 5 games for I think it was $349. I was like, yo, I don't really want a Wii U, but that's when you start telling yourself like that. You start thinking of reasons why you use it, but you don't even know if that's he got the Power Ranger though. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna play it with my nephew, or me and my girl can do some co-op. So I haven't really fully utilized it, but I just could not pass up on $349 with all them. And them games is good too. So did you find out the website though?
I did not.
I think it's off of Newegg. Shout out to Mike Hernandez, Team Green. He said he actually was thinking about buying that for his nephew or cousin or something. But yeah, definitely great deal. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So
that's really good price, bro.
Yeah, really good.
Silver, why you in here?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell the mods what to do because y'all keep this chat clean. Before the mod days, there was porn talk everywhere. I want you to explain to them your policies. I'm not even like they were like, yo, he's abusing his power. Listen, I explain to them your mod policies and how you conduct yourself and how you run your mod business.
Now, I appreciate you giving me the floor to talk about this. In general, my only rule is for people to do, 3 things. Number 1, watch the podcast. If you're here, and we're live, go ahead and watch it and participate. Feel free to do so. Number 2, retweet the podcast. If you have people who who follow you on Twitter who are about this gaming life, you're getting this entertainment for free. Go ahead and hit that retweet button. It's not a difficult thing to do. Hey. And the third rule that I have is respect yourself. And right now, some people are probably scratching their heads and they're like, what does joysticks mean? And when I say respect yourself, I'm basically saying show the world that you have respect for yourself when you're participating in the chat by respecting others and not crossing boundaries. Like, I'm a cool guy. I don't really hold grudges. Sometimes people act a fool and that has to be dealt with. But for 99% of the people who are in the chat, doing the right thing, and for people who are leaving, constructive comments in the comment section, I salute you. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take the time to recognize a couple of people who've been outstanding contributors. Number 1, Jarrell Johnson. I hope I got your name right, because if you go back and look at the comments, he's been leaving outstanding feedback on like all the videos dating back to last year, and I think that's absolutely that definitely needs to be pointed out. And then there's another gentleman. I want to call him Michael. Like, I know your face. I can't see your name right now. But he's also another one who's been a great contributor. So, I mean, just be cool, people. That's all you got to do. We don't need to get out of control. Let's help one another have good conversations.
I like that. I like that segment breakdown. That was very nice. That was classy. I liked it. I enjoyed that.
Though. That's what make it more.
Freestyle.
I didn't tell him
freestyle.
No,
freestyle. Let's go.
It's something I've been thinking about. Something I've been thinking about.
Yeah, and thank you guys for real. Everybody that comes through and really watches us every damn week. Anybody that comes in here and sits through it, we appreciate it, guys. Like, more than you know, for real. Like, when we be hitting 1,000 people in here and stuff, real shit. Like, we appreciate that for real. Like, that's big. That's big. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and mostly everybody's cool. Like, we let some people get away. I know I let some people get away with stuff. If I see them like all the time, and a roasting, that's fine. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's whatever.
But like, there's just some stuff that you just not gonna get away with, and the mods they stay the guns, like they gonna get you. So quick question before we get to the actual topics. I want to hear a game that everybody's really looking forward to this year. We start with Patriot.
Yo, this year?
Yeah. Or next year.
Sheesh. I mean, I look forward to Madden. I hate to say this, but I look forward to Madden every year. I mean, just 'cause I love football. I hate to say
football.
it. I hate it.
Football. Yeah.
But Madden.
You don't be mad at that, bro. It's football. It's football. What choice do you got? You know.
But for real though, after playing the beta, yo, I can't wait to that Uncharted 4, bro. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait till that Uncharted 4. Me, Markel, and some other people, we was on that beta, bro. Bodies everywhere, bro. I can't wait till that Uncharted 4 come out.
That's okay. I rock with that. My man said Madden, Madden. That's like you gonna get that. Like you gonna get get 2K. Call of Duty,
you already know.
Yeah, it's like brushing your teeth. Like it's just like it's part of your routine. So, all right, well, fair enough. Hey, but what do you? I know you were talking about MLB. Is that the game or something else?
Yeah. So what I'm looking forward to is MLB, Uncharted 4. MLB for the reasons that I've been told so many good things about MLB, and it's I believe it's an exclusive to Sony, so this is their sole property for baseball, and I heard so many good things about it, and I have not played baseball since All-Star Baseball 2000 on Nintendo 64. And you people out there asking, do I watch Ellen? Yes, I do. I love Ellen. I think she's cool. But yeah, and Uncharted, I really am interested in Uncharted 4 because ever since the multiplayer and I got in there with my boys and actually was doing well, freaking had a great time. So MLB, and I was sort of looking at what's this thing, Quantum Break, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of the new IP. I don't know what to make of it. So we'll see what shit happens to it. Somebody brought up a point saying that it looks like a generic shooter for the most part. I somewhat agree with that, but also there are some cool aspects to it too. So I need to see what shit happens down the road, how my feelings are, and how what developments come forward. So we'll see.
Joysticks.
Yeah, it's gonna sound kind of funny. I think probably the game that I'm looking forward to the most is a game that was heavily criticized last week.
No Man's Sky. Go ahead.
You know I'm looking forward to that, and I think one point that wasn't made that I wanted to kind of emphasize is that sometimes life is about taking the journey. It's not necessarily about getting to your destination. It's about the experiences that you have along the way.
No. Go ahead.
And what I want to say is because right now I think the industry is oversaturated with first person shooters and and action oriented games. I like games where I can sit down and explore environments and just experience the ambiance of the atmosphere. Those are games like Journey, even a game like Flower. Part of the reason why that game was so critically acclaimed is because it's an experience you can sit down and you can enjoy in a relaxed way, without all of the bells and whistles and hoopla of trying to compete for trophies and trying to accomplish objectives. You can just sit down and enjoy the experience for what it is. I think right now with No Man's Sky, I don't know if anyone's had an opportunity to actually play it, but I just think it's too early to really make a judgment on it. And personally, I just want to have the experience of playing something different to see what they actually bring to the table, especially if it's in VR. That'll definitely be something that I'm looking forward to.
So I gave you a reach, just so you know.
Yeah. Jordan's going for it too.
What's this Space Jam?
Yeah. I have a question, Silver. What platform do you plan to get it on?
That's a really good question. I'll probably get it on PC. I may get it on PS4 if I decide to get another PS4. Right now it's looking like PC, but I'm not 100% sure.
Just remember, on PC, if you buy it physical, you have 7 days to return it, and on PC, I think you have about 2 2 days or 2 hours or something like that to return it. So I really want, and I appreciate you sticking by your guns, and you're saying that you like this shit. But honestly, let's be real.
Well, but I mean, but this is exactly what I want to talk about. We're saying let's be real. What is real? Why is it that we spent all this time complaining about not being any new games? We've spent all this time complaining about a lack of IP. Here we have something that might be a genuinely original concept that no one has actually played yet, to the best of my knowledge. So why are we approaching it with a negative tone based purely off what we've seen from screenshots?
I'll answer that because it's 60.
Okay.
It is 60 goddamn dollars. That's why. If that shit was $29.99,
exactly.
$19.99, cool.
You got leeway.
We haven't seen what the game is all about yet.
There's footage. There's an hour's worth of footage.
We've seen footage, but we have not seen. We haven't had a thorough explanation of what the game is. And I'll definitely give people that. At this point, I would have liked to see more context about what we can expect. I think that's a fair argument. But at the same time, saying that it's not worth $60 with not having played the finished product. That I have a problem with, because now we're operating off of our assumptions as people who prefer action-oriented and sports types of games.
Oh, that's fair.
Now, if we're going to jump into that pool, then we're automatically excluding all of the games that don't fit into that category, and we're telling people, we're already deciding for people what they can and cannot enjoy, and I think there's a problem with that.
Let the record stand that Prophecy last week didn't say anything about No Man's Sky, because Prophecy doesn't give two shits about it. So I didn't care if it was $60. I didn't care if it was free. A long time ago, I was definitely excited for it, but God doesn't care no more.
Wow, you stupid God doesn't.
I mean, I hope, just to touch on what Joystix said, I do hope it's a good game, because when brand new games, not sequels, we love our sequels, but when brand new games come out, it is important that if they're worth it, that they actually do well when it comes to sales, or we won't get any.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like some games, compared to the install base, like Bloodborne probably didn't sell as well as it should have. Sunset Overdrive probably didn't sell as well as it should have, because there's a lot of people with these consoles. So if there's a game that's hot, then people probably should get it. But No Man's Sky might not be. It might be, but to me, I can't.
My thing is the community. How many people are melting over this game? It just in the same premise how you just admitted, Silver. And that's very commendable of you, because you admitted we haven't seen much. Now tell that to the fanboys taking off their clothes out there, going crazy over this shit.
Savage.
Let them know what we're seeing. Nothing has been presented yet. So people going crazy over it. So I mean, then you really need to stop.
I mean, I think the issue that I'm having is that you're approaching it with a negative attitude without having played the game, and we're operating off of assumption.
Well, that's not fair to say that, because the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to see the way something looks, the way a movie looks, the way a game looks, or we're going to smell the way food smells, and we're going to say, yeah, I don't really like how that look, or that just smell funny. That's your first instinct. Like, even when you're looking at chicks, you ain't like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure she has great conversation and all that. You be like, yo, she got a fat ass. You know what I'm saying?
She got some ugly ass feet.
Yeah, like you ain't going for all the intangibles right at your first.
That word though. All right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's not. That your first impression is not to say, okay, well, I wonder how this game does this, or I wonder how it makes me feel. It's like, yo, the game looks good or it doesn't look good. Now, it is. You are right though. We a lot of times as gamers though, we've been playing games long enough, and we're not always right. Sometimes we're wrong as fuck.
Yep. Sometimes,
Division, which we'll get to that soon. But you played enough games to know that like some games might just be trash, even though you haven't played them. Some movies might be bad, even though you haven't watched them. Some food might taste like shit, even though you didn't take a bite. Just saying, No Man's Sky, that might be one of them games, bro.
Well,
and everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just wanted to just make sure that I express mine, and I encourage people to keep an open mind. because if we're setting up the mindset that we're only going to accept certain games as being popular or certain games as being cool, we're not going to be able to step outside of the issues that we've faced over the last couple of years. You know, we need to get out here and support new games, support indie games, games
definitely.
that are different in order to keep the industry thriving. And you know, personally, I'm going to wait to play No Man's Sky myself, you know, before I pass judgment on it, because I think the industry needs something new. And I think the reason why there is hype is because people are genuinely looking for a new IP and they're looking for a new product.
Please, Silver.
Nothing that you're saying is wrong at all.
No, it's
Right.
not. It's
But
all
this
right.
is the issue. This is the issue that came with it. No Man's Sky was being brought up as like this was going to be the next biggest thing since Wii.
That's
they
the
kept
way it's
pushing it back.
advertised.
Then they pushed it back. Then they pushed it back again. Then there was no information on the game for about 5 months. And now all of a sudden it's here again. And by that time, the hype for it has already died down. And 25 people care about it now.
I mean, how's
So
the
a
hype?
lot of that was their fault.
I definitely agree. I think on both sides of the equation, we've had issues with games being delayed. And right now we're dealing with a culture where gamers, the environment is very toxic right now. And from a consumer standpoint, you know, we've been lied to, we've been shown, you know, misadvertisements. You know, right now gamers are untrustful of what is coming from companies. But the people who are designing these products, the people who are putting them together, they're not necessarily the ones who are taking the blame for that. You know, they're trying to put out good product. Like you take the folks at Lionhead, I'm pretty sure that they thought Fable Legends was going along a smooth path, you know, but sometimes they get the rug taken out from under them. You know, we don't know what kind of decisions are happening at Microsoft and Sony that's caused this. And, you know, I'm not going to blame the fact that it has been delayed, you know, directly on the developer, because I don't know what the situation was. The only thing that I can really place reliance on is when the game finally does come out and I'm still interested in it, I'm going to check it out.
Fair enough. Okay. Prophecy, what game are you looking forward to this year or next year?
So that's the only game you're looking forward to, Silver?
I mean, pretty much I think everything else is getting pushed back. I don't really know if there's
Next year.
This year, I mean, I might check out Uncharted 4. I am kind of curious to see how they
You might like it, bro.
end things. I mean, I think with the first two Uncharteds, I didn't really like them as much as I thought I would. It just felt like all I was really doing was climbing on rocks and then climbing on trees and climbing on signs when I wasn't climbing on those.
Yeah.
And there were some bits of action, you know, intertwined there. With the fourth one, I have been relatively impressed by what I've seen from some of the trailers. I didn't play any of the multiplayer betas or anything like that. So I definitely want to check it out. But, I mean, this year, I think probably No Man's Sky and VR, that's the direction I'm looking forward to the most.
Cool.
God bless you.
All right. Prophecy. Yeah, Prophecy, what game were you looking forward to?
I got Gears of War 4, obviously.
Hey.
Pokemon comes out tomorrow. I might end up rebuying a Wii U just for that game. Obviously, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Horizon, because that's supposedly supposed to be coming out this year. Yeah. Paragon, South Park, Fractured but Whole is supposed to be coming out this year as well. Even though there's not too much talk about it, it's supposed to be coming out this year as well. So those are my main games.
Damn. Yo, we got some stuff coming. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to
Heat.
Yeah, Quantum Break. Ratchet and Clank looks pretty good. Uncharted.
I forgot about Mafia 3. I can't wait for that.
I
I thought that came out
Like,
next year.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like, and then there's the games that I'm kind of excited for, but it's not like, yo, I just gotta get this. Like MLB The Show, I'm probably gonna get that. I don't know, man, but we got some shit coming. Like, so if people still walk around here saying ain't no games on PlayStation or ain't no games on Xbox or PC or even the Wii U, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. There is a lot.
True.
Like, if there ain't games that's coming out now, there has to be games in your backlog that you never got a chance to play. So, all right, the big topic that I was looking at, that I'm sure everybody heard. If you haven't heard, Microsoft is basically opening up the possibility to have cross-platform play for any other platform that might want to play games. So their first try at this is going to be Rocket League. What that means is PS4 people can potentially play with Xbox players online when they're gaming. That means PC. That means like the whole Xbox players are better than PS4 players. You will actually get a chance to see if you are the same skill player when the network is open to everybody. But the problem is Sony has to accept the actual proposal that Microsoft's doing. I think it's a great idea. Like, I would love to see that. You know what I'm saying? The consoles could still be their own brand based off the games. But the network, I would love to see the network actually be shared across the industry. Like, what do y'all think? Let's start with you, Propsy, actually.
All right, true. I feel that in the very beginning, they said it's Rocket League, right?
Yeah, that's the first one.
So I think that the games that will allow this will be games like Smite, Warframe, games like DC Universe, MMO games. I think that'll be the next step to allowing those type of games allow you to do that, because you can already do like cross PC and PS4, cross PC and Xbox. So I think those will be easier to do. Because I know people are like, oh, can't wait to play niggas in Call of Duty. No, I don't think that's going to happen for a very long time. Maybe Battlefield, because it has dedicated servers already. So I'm pretty sure they could probably get along and do that. But I think it's great for consoles in general. I think it's something that could have been done a long time ago. Yeah, I feel that Microsoft is only allowing this because they're getting their ass whooped in this console war. I find it funny that they just now want to start doing this when they've had all the money and all the power to do this many years ago, because they were dominating years ago, and now they're losing. All of a sudden, they want to be friends and kumbaya. So I feel that regardless of the fact that it's good for consoles, it'll keep, if it works and if it works right, and you already got the trolls that'll be like, oh, but the PlayStation Network, blah blah, all that hootenanny and whatnot. I feel like eventually, if they do get it right, if they do dedicated servers and stuff like that, it'll be good for both consoles. Then you can finally figure out who's better at what system, because niggas always like to fanboy and cry about their console. So I think it'll really settle the squabble.
Okay. Somebody go ahead and jump in there.
Yo, this gameplay looks real ashy, Chase. This came from IGN?
Yeah, but you know what? I combined it on Windows Movie Maker. It might just be.
That whole dude needs some lotion.
The game does not look that bad. I think that's because I put it on Windows Movie Maker to combine 3 clips. No,
because I know I need to still have to order that after watching. Like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, no.
But
no.
No, but with the whole Xbox going. Hopefully, with what is this game?
Cross-platform.
Rocket, cross-platform with Rocket League.
Yeah.
I think that's super dope. Again, like Prof said, Prof nailed it right on the head. I felt like this could have been done a while ago, but just now trying to get in good graces with everybody and like, hey guys, we're going to try to make this shit happen. I mean, that's too little too late. And then you're going to knock at the door of Sony and be like, hey, would you like to connect with us now? Like, Sony's on top. They're probably gonna look at them and be like, no, get off my doorstep. We're fine now. Oh, and what did they say, Prof? Anything like
they said they're open. They're open.
They're open.
They're open to.
They're open to conversations. Not
okay. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a step for something. So, but this shit should have been done. And like Prof said, they had the money. They were on top back in the day. This is the same for Sony. This should have been done. This even shouldn't be a big thing. But I think if this was to come to fruition and everything happens and all the shit gets connected, I think it would be super beautiful, and it would just inspire more fanboys to go crazy for their favorite games, which in turn would make for some crazy battles. What happened? Did I say something wrong?
No, it wasn't you. It was this dude Prophecy, bro. This dude. You don't see the avatar?
Oh, yeah.
You ain't right, man.
He snuck that in a while.
Said, why you lying?
Nah, you ain't talking about that one.
Something else updated? Wait, hold up. Wait.
There we go.
Stop.
He did that.
It just updated.
That's hilarious.
Chase, what walkthrough was this? Were you playing Tony Hawk here?
Bro, I don't even know what that's from. Savage.
I just typed in your name on Google, bro. The whole pop.
Oh, you just looked up.
Wow.
What are you doing, man?
Yo, I didn't realize I could actually switch my picture in the middle of the podcast, so I'm actually gonna start doing that.
That's hilarious. No, I definitely think proud for bringing up that point. Though it's now that Microsoft is behind in sales, they're doing all kinds of interesting things. And I think the one thing that I did was I was able to find an article that actually spoke to this point. And I tweeted it out maybe about an hour ago. It's definitely a business move for Microsoft because I think that they're realizing that with the PlayStation 4 having about a user base that's roughly twice as what they have, is that they can actually help preserve people by playing on Xbox Live. If they're able to, keep an Xbox One and play with their friends who have PS4s, as opposed to having those same customers realizing that in order to play with their friends, they need to go out and get PlayStation 4s also. So I think that the strength of what Microsoft is doing is definitely more business driven than it is driven by a desire to really want to, do the right thing for customers. I can't think of a time in the past where I think platforms have tried to be, agnostic. I definitely think this is a first. Starting off with Rocket League is such a simple game, from a cross-play standpoint. I'll be interested to see how far this goes and if they attempt to achieve this level of cross-play with any other games in the future.
Okay.
Yo, what am I saying? Silver, what does agnostic mean?
Agnostic, I think I'm just using it in the sense that it's not related to a specific platform.
Oh, okay. All right. So agnostic means like has no connection with something.
Yeah, let me look up the dictionary definition.
Man,
This guy,
No,
bro.
I'm
You
sorry.
better not be using.
No.
Wait.
You don't have to do that now. I
Yes,
do that.
he do.
No,
Yes,
now
he do.
definitely has to.
Because you pointed out.
No, let me make sure I'm using the right word. Platform agnostic.
I'm gonna need you to translate into black people terms for me, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, because he killed it. Wait, who's this critter?
damn.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we could say it like this,
Listen,
like
I
the
have
computing.
this ready for you. It's okay.
Okay. Well, all right. So if you Google agnostic, spelled agnostic, it can be used as an adjective under computing, which means denoting or relating to hardware or software that is compatible with many types of platforms or operating systems. And it says many common file formats, JPEG, MP3, etc., are platform agnostic.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie, I looked that hoe up and that shit said God, bro. Like,
No, I mean just go ahead and Google it.
All right. Well, not to get too off track. Patriot, what do you think about crossplay between potential crossplay between PS4, Xbox One, or Xbox One Wii U? What you think, bro?
Yo, like back on 360 PS3, I wanted it even more because like back in high school, people only had one system. Something that was just like, you want to play PS3, you had to go over to a person's house. But I think like now, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, actually, I'm sorry, it's a big deal, but I'm just not as excited for it as like Prophet is saying it should have been happening before. But like Abel said, I don't think PlayStation is gonna like accept it because also like who's gonna pay for it more? You think Xbox, Microsoft side will pay like more so to look into it than PlayStation? Like who's going to be
I think it's going to be cooperation through both ends. And another quick thing before you continue, Patriot, is how do you do voice chat? How do you do the crossover IP voice chat if somebody's in the
paying
party?
for y'all, or is it just me?
No, he sound okay to me.
Oh, I'm sorry if my connection's doing some crazy shit, but I just wonder how the voice is going to be over the internet for both parties, like how we're going to connect and talk to the opposite platform. But go ahead, Patriot.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say, like, when it comes to like party chats and everything, how's that going to work out? Like, are we going to be able to do party chats? So like, you got to go like Skype or
Right.
stuff like that. So, I mean, it'll be cool to see, but I'm not expecting much. I feel like PlayStation's just trying to see, like, if it's best in their interest for the money, because they just open to talking. It's not necessarily that they're gonna be like, let's do it. I think they're trying to figure out, like, all right, is this gonna help us more than hurt? Is this gonna help us more than it's gonna help them if we do it or not? So this.
They did say, which I thought was funny. A lot of decisions we make. This is Sony. A lot of decisions we make on the platform are based on what the community is looking for. I think we don't care about the business as long as we know that the doors are going to stay open. I don't know who would say they don't want to play against people from other platforms. I've seen the arguments about keyboard and mouse and all that, but we've already told y'all that consoles or Xbox and PlayStation are getting keyboard and mouse support too. So people are going to argue that certain platforms have advantages, but some people have better TVs than you and shit like that. So people won't have their advantages. People have headsets and you don't, and all that stuff. I mean, I think it's a good idea. People saying, well, y'all did say like you feel like it's because Microsoft is they're losing right now, I guess. But Phil Spencer is the man. That dude seems like he's all about getting the community together on both sides, as well as serving his Xbox people. I mean, we ain't really had a Phil Spencer out there in the industry like that. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, we don't know how much of that was his idea. Maybe none of it was. Maybe all of it was. I don't know. But anybody that says it'll be a problem is an idiot.
Wait. So Sony said that they doing it for the community? They said
all the decisions they make, a lot of the decisions they make are based on what the community wants. We've been asking for shit for years that we never got, so I don't know what they're talking about.
I was about to say, Chase, go ahead and say that with a straight face and lie to me again.
No, that's what they said. I mean, that might be what they think. So I don't know.
Appear offline.
Good job, Silver. Good job, Silver.
Appear offline.
That's
how
coming.
long it take?
That took shit. What is it? 2016? When PS3 come out? 2007.
How long did that take?
Damn near 10 years to get Appear offline from Sony.
Oh Lord!
A whole decade for Appear offline. Been asking for it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
when we're supposed to get that update anyway for Sony? Is that coming this spring? Right?
First, and then
2020.
Yeah. Well,
you said 2020.
It might be 2020. Might be 2020. More Microsoft news. They announced the tournament platform, so it'll be easier for people, devs, to actually set up tournaments through Xbox Live, which sounds dope to me. I mean, there's not a whole lot of information on that, but that's like some quick news. And it'll be supported on Xbox One and Windows 10. So that's some quick news. Propsy, do you have you want to go through your quick news now?
Yeah.
All right, sure. All right.
Yeah, we hear you, Pop.
All right. I don't want to start this off. Rumor is that Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be coming out in 2017. They're going to be showing some stuff at E3, and so it's going to be coming out 2017. PlayStation VR to sell 1.6 million units first year 2016, and all PS4 games will be able to be played on the VR.
That's a rumor, or
that's confirmed.
Woo! Okay.
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD is the best-selling game this month, I guess.
Okay.
670,000 in the first week. Wow. And then sad news, I want to say rest in peace to this man, Eric. I don't want to say his name wrong. I'm just going to say Eric. He is a Pokemon artist and designer. He died.
Wow.
Over the weekend. He was 42 years old. He had his two daughters in the car with
42 years old?
Yeah, he died based off of terrible winds in Seattle. Basically, a tree fell down on top of his car and killed him. So just give a rest in peace to that man and his family.
Yes,
and that's it.
Okay. Now.
Man, rest in peace. Yeah, man. Wow.
Man. Damn. In our conversations about Windows 10, Xbox, I think people already established, like, Xbox people still have a reason to own an Xbox. Console players still have a reason to buy an Xbox. And PC people might not have a reason to buy an Xbox. Phil Spencer recently said that he's okay with PC gamers not not wanting to buy an Xbox. Like he understands why somebody wouldn't want to buy an Xbox. He did say though, and Phil, you know better, Phil. Now we got, you know, we're kind of experienced on the PC, or knowledgeable for the most part. And he said, and I quote, I think that he's saying this is the advantage of having an Xbox or a PS4 or a console over a PC. I think there's something very unique about playing console games on my television. He said, 10 feet away with a controller in my hand, you and I sitting next to each other, either playing against each other or playing with each other. That's different from playing on a PC gaming rig, sitting 2 feet away, playing with a keyboard and mouse, or even a controller. Everybody that plays on PC, like a lot of people play on their TVs. They play the same way you play on your console.
Right.
It's just
That's
their
true.
PC is
That's
in place where the console is. Phil, you know better to say some shit like that. I'm a little disturbed by that, bro.
He snuck that in there. He tried. He tried that.
Phil the smart
he did.
dude, man. Don't pull
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No. You can't even hate on him. But yeah, that statement though. Yeah, we see what you did there, Phil. It's all good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 2 feet away from that shit, but everybody's not like. There's a lot of people that treat their whole PC rig as a console. Like that shit is like all the way in the front, wireless keyboard, wireless mouse, wireless controller, all that.
Chase,
shit.
you play in big picture mode?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah. So you have like almost a console experience on your PC.
I don't do anything. Well, I do edit my videos on here, so I'm lying now. I'm lying already. But yeah, I mean, it's like a console. I turn it on. I got my I ain't get an Elite one. You know what I mean? Got my Xbox 360 controller, and then you get. The thing is, if you on PC, you got to get a wireless adapter if you want to play wireless. You know what I mean? Plug this in. I hit the button. You know what I mean? And then it syncs up to the PC. This is not, my Xbox 360 is not even plugged in. That's it. And I can play it. Control all this shit, big picture mode, boom.
What's your controller of choice on the PC?
Xbox 360. Or the PS4.
Oh, you still go 360. I've been playing with the PS4.
I like them both.
I'm starting to favor the PlayStation 4 controller
over the 360?
on my PC. You know that's close, bro. You know that's close. Like some days I play with 360, and then some days I go PS4. I'm going more PS4 though.
Man, it ain't close to me because it is. I know we've been down this road before, but like, this is what happens to PS4 analogs. This 360 controller is old as hell. You know what I mean? I don't have those. This is a lot more durable than that. Like, this shit still looks new.
That is true,
that's
man.
the only reason. I try not to use my PS4 controller all the time. I try to say that for my shooters because, like,
the do-rag is definitely coming off the PS4 controller. Like, the do-rag is...
Yeah. So,
Wow.
I use PS4 when I play on my laptop just because it's right there because I got like 4 PS4 controllers, so just hook one up.
Did a dog true one? Bruh. I just seen that.
That's the controller that came with the PS4 though.
Oh, that's the OG.
It's the first one.
Okay.
It's the first. I don't know if the new ones do that or not. You know what I mean? But
they do it, bro. They do it.
The Xbox don't really do that shit. So and the other thing is, like, I'm starting to get used to the Xbox controller. So when I'm playing a Division, and I'm trying to take cover, I'm pushing the square button because you know the X on the 360 is the square button. So I'd be fucking up. So anyhow, moving on. Congratulations to Ubisoft, the Division. Well, I want to talk a little bit about that. I know this is like the 3rd or 4th week in a row. The Division has broken
big news.
A record. It's actually the biggest first week ever for a new game. It doesn't even say for Ubisoft. This just says the biggest first week for any new game. This actually outsold Destiny's first week with 330 million in the first 5 days. Destiny got 325. So it got 5 million over Destiny in the first 5 days. This past weekend, 1.2 million concurrent users. Concurrent means at the same time, yo.
Oh, damn.
In the first week,
my.
Yeah, the first week, 100 million hours have been played since the first week. Like Call of Duty used to have 1 million players at one time. So this got more. More players than Destiny first week, better sales than Destiny the first week. So congratulations to Ubisoft. I do want to talk a little bit about that.
That's amazing, though. Like, no real shit.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Hate it or love it. That's amazing.
I do want to
Wow.
say, if you're watching gameplay, like when we watch the alpha, it doesn't look as fun as it actually is when you're playing it. Like, if you, depending on the footage you watch, you might be watching it when everybody's just running to the next objective, which can get annoying because sometimes you do have to run kind of far depending on how many fast travel points you have unlocked. But the game is legit fun. It's not the
I just
greatest.
want to take a note real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
That gameplay that y'all watching is me and my homies playing this on challenging difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty in the game. So you gotta hide your ass off in this game because these niggas will shoot you twice and you will die.
Yeah. So, and the one thing you can't see when you play in the Division is like just the teamwork. Like, you know what I mean? Calling dudes out and all that. You can't get that from watching, but when you actually plan, I promise you, it goes down. Originally, when I was looking at the alpha,
okay.
Now none of my opinions about the way the game looked during alpha have changed, but the gameplay, the fun factor, which is always the number one thing for me, I say that shit is there. I don't know how long the game's gonna last. I don't know if I'll be playing it 6 months from now or 3 months from now, but I'm saying right now, today, yesterday I played that shit.
It's lit
for 5 hours. I swear to God, I ain't get no videos done because of the Division. And I don't know when the last time I had a game where I didn't get shit done because I was playing it. You got to grind and all that stuff. It's lacking content. They got a lot of work to do, but it is the first week. So when they start rolling out some of that stuff, it'll be dope. But and the servers run excellent. Ubisoft, I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting the game to be toe up. Seriously, I thought the game was gonna be fucked up, stale today. But the servers are great. The party system's easy. The matchmaking is easy. If you're playing by yourself, you can get matched up with other people if you're doing certain missions and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I recommend the game, to be honest with you. Now, I ain't saying the game is a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? It's fun. That's it. So anyway.
That's what counts, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, Silver, have you played The Division, sir?
I have not played The Division, and part of the reason I'm lacking is I actually started a new job this year that requires me to do a lot of traveling. So I've been in and out over the last month traveling around the West Coast. So it's really taking some of the time away that I normally have to play video games. I think the only game I've even played this year is Unravel, and I think I played that for about 5 minutes. So The Division, originally it wasn't necessarily on my radar. I think I heard a lot of mixed feedback after people went through the beta. After the release, I definitely have read a lot of articles and I've seen a lot of people streaming that this game is definitely very popular right now amongst a lot of people. And I'm really amazed that Ubisoft was able to handle such a large amount of people playing it at one time without any news about major hiccups or issues like that. The question that I really have I wish Ricky was here because I know I watched his video about it. Do people really think The Division is fun because of the content that's in the game, or are people simply enjoying the game because it's the newest experience that they can have with their friends online? I think there's a little bit of a difference there, and I'm just kind of curious to hear what people's thoughts are, since it may be another month or so before I actually decide to sit down with this title.
That's a good. Patriot, have you played The Division, right?
Nah, I was supposed to get it from the plug for free because these funds are tight.
True.
Okay, all right. Well, Prophecy, you can answer that. Joyce's question.
What was the question again?
But what I want to understand is The Division fun as a game on its own merits, because of the content, or are people enjoying Division because it's the latest way to have a multiplayer experience with their friends?
People enjoy this game because the grind is nice in this game. Everybody likes to be rewarded with loot. It's just like going to the casino, hitting that cha-ching nonstop. You want to keep spending money on it. So, to be honest with you, this is from someone that played this a lot, as well as Destiny. This is essentially Destiny, but with mercenaries, and minus like the super OP specialist abilities. So they don't have as nowhere near as many OP abilities. But I think the fun factor is how hard this game actually is compared to a game like Destiny, where you can go through by yourself and beat the whole game. This game, I wouldn't really advise it at all. As you see, if you're watching the gameplay, this fucking shit is hard, bro. Like this game is hard, bro. And like that's really one of the things that I enjoy about it, because there's not too many games out there that's out right now that's actually hard. The only one, Bloodborne, was hard. I've heard Witcher was really hard if you put it on the hardest difficulty or whatever. So like, there's not too many games that are really hard and fun. So I think it's a little bit of both. But I also believe that this game is just like Destiny in the sense that it's DLC driven. You can tell that this game is going to need more DLC. Well, if the fact of the matter is, they got DLC coming out next month and it's free.
Okay.
I think the first 2 or 3 installments of DLC is actually free. But after that, you're probably gonna have to pay guap or whatever. But it's very DLC driven. So we're gonna want to see a lot more into it. They haven't released the raids, which was obviously in Destiny as well. So it's a fun game when you're playing with your boys. If you're playing by yourself, I wouldn't necessarily advise buying it. I'd say GameFly it or rent it if you can. If Blockbuster still exists, no, we know. But if somewhere exists you can rent games, Redbox or something.
Redbox, Netflix.
But if you have a squad or you got a team that really wants to go through and play a real challenging game, this is definitely it.
Let me ask you this though. What about the bullet sponge issue? Because the one thing I did see in the beta, I mean, I think there was one time I saw like someone getting shot in the face with an AK-47, and he was just pretty much just like tap dancing through it, and then he hid behind cover and got back up and bodied him. Is that still present?
It needs to
it's
be.
It's present.
It needs to
it
be.
Is. It is based off of.
Yeah, that's the way it's designed. I mean,
like the game is based off of what level you are.
Okay.
So, for instance, in Destiny, there was a mode called Iron Banner, right? If I was 5 levels higher than you in Iron Banner, there was nothing you could do to me. Like, you actually shot 0. Like, damage-wise, it was zeros popping up.
I was in there.
So, Division is essentially Iron Banner all around. So, it's really based off of your weapons and your gear. So, if you put, like, for instance, in that clip I was playing on Challenger, I had 20,000 health. But I had 125,000 damage output. Now, if I were to go and switch that around, I wouldn't kill nobody. If I were to have 125,000 health and only 20,000 bullet damage, I wouldn't kill nobody. But because I focus more on damage, so it's really based off of your, what you want to build. It's like a tank build. There's the healing build. It's like a real MMO. I mean, to be honest with you. So it's really based off of that.
I want to shout out to Barry. We was playing with Barry yesterday, and he just made a great point though. Is that the computer does not flinch really at all. The computer's accuracy is it's unbelievable, bro. The grenades, if you don't shoot them as they're throwing a grenade, that computer is unreal at times. Like you need to be. I wouldn't personally. I mean, Prophecy, you have more experience. I might have like 9 hours, which is kind of a lot for me in a week.
That is.
That's actually a hell of a lot for you in a week.
Yeah, like I wasn't comfortable going into missions where the enemies were 3 levels ahead because I was getting like destroyed. Like we were just getting
you're gonna die.
Destroyed.
You're gonna get that work.
Even if you do, let's say you're level 10 and you do a level 10 mission and you put on hard. Like we did that, we was able to beat the mission, but that shit took 2 hours.
Right.
One of the worst things about the game, the spawns is fucked. Like, so we're doing this hard mission. I forget which one it was too, but if you die, you can either be revived or you can respawn in. The computer will be standing right there as you spawn in and will shoot you and down you sometimes before you can even move. Like, they will be in the spawn. Like, there's a lot of the times there's no safe spawn points if you're in a mission. If you're in, like, an encounter or something like that, you can pick your own spawn. But the other ones, like, it got to a point where it was hilarious because, like, there's, like, 4 yellow guys and I just spawn right in front of them. And they're already shooting. and like I'm down again. So
the another thing to add to that, Silver, is what Chase is talking about. He's not lying. That mission of he showed on the gameplay, we spent 6 hours trying to beat that one mission.
Oh, okay.
Because it was that fucking hard.
Now, I don't feel so bad now.
And it was on challenging, and it's damn near impossible to beat it. And we're 30, we're 30 maxed out. Those dudes are 32, and so they obviously have more health than us, output more damage. And we spent literally 5 to 6 hours on that mission.
Wow.
And that's not even a raid. That's just a regular, mission.
See, and let me take a moment.
Oh, and the story is trash too.
Yeah, fuck the story.
One of the things that I was really trying to what was pissing me off with people, because you know how these people are, but people hated Destiny because the story was trash. But they love this game even though the story is trash. When it's essentially the same game minus a few things.
Well, you can tell people what the story's about on the Division though, without going on a wiki or something. Though.
You can Destiny too if you played the whole thing, but it's just those type of games aren't designed for that. Now, like I said earlier to Chase and Abel, I wish that Division, Destiny, Defiance, I wish those games were free to play. Because if this game was free to play, then they can charge all they want for expansions, DLC, and nobody would have any issues with it.
That's a really interesting point, and I'm just wondering how they're going to be handling, like the DLC and some of those other customization features, like down the line. I think maybe that's
they
one
said
of the
no
pieces that I'm waiting on. They did say no microtransactions, and I think in kind of reading some of those articles that came out, it wasn't clear to me, if even though they're saying there's not going to be any microtransactions, I wasn't sure if they were planning on trying to incorporate, what we typically see in microtransactions in the form of feature DLC. I guess I just want to. I'm a little bit hesitant. I just want to wait to see what kind of direction it goes in, and I want to see if people are still talking about this game, at the same time next month. Is this?
Next month DLC will come out, so they'll definitely keep talking about it. But
yeah.
The other thing I want to say is, which is a major flaw in the game, and I've seen somebody talk about it in the comments, so I want to put this out, that your IP address does show when you're in the game, when you're in the game chat for some reason. I don't know how or why it does that, but when you're playing this game, make sure you're in the party. Voice chat is not the move.
Nah, we was Skype. We was using Skype. Damn, how did you do? Come on, Ubisoft. That's like.
Oh, dang. So we can't do the old school Call of Duty talk shit in game chat? Damn.
Well, you probably want to just be in a party chat though.
Yeah.
There's actually a way that you can turn it off. I think it's in the options.
Settings.
So I think it's automatically turned on.
It'll say VoIP. I think you have to tell, you have to put that on.
You have to turn it off in order for people not to see your IP address.
Yeah. That's really strange. I need to read on that. I didn't know that was in there.
I just want to say something real quick. Then I know Patriots you have a question. I was suggesting that people consider playing on parkour mode, but it does take some get used to. So parkour mode is basically, instead of you having to push B to jump over, it'll just automatically do it if you're sprinting. While that sounds good, what's going to happen sometimes is you're going to be trying to rush to cover, and instead of actually taking cover, you might hop over a ledge to your death and shit like that. It's absolutely hilarious when it happens. But once you get used to it, it does work pretty well. I mean, it's a lot easier for me. Like, it's easy to climb on ledges and all that because it automatically does it. But just be careful with that shit. It's in the control settings for anybody that wants to use it.
They also got the run too, where you can automatically run.
Just clicking it.
Right, just clicking it in the settings.
Yeah.
Nice. And I just wanted to take a second to read Ricky's comment. He just said, I enjoy this game because it's a modern-day third-person shooter, open world, with abilities that strongly recommends and influences people to play as a team. And although it gets repetitive, I love playing with my boys, and I always have a good time picking different abilities and gear to help my team out. Does that describe it? What about the customization? Is
No,
that
trash.
Is that rewarding?
No,
Okay.
garbage.
Customization. Customization is like subpar at best. Somebody asked, "Can you make a female character?" Yes, you can. They have their own design. The female character is actually it's trash. Yeah, I got a female character, and it's trash. Like I don't know what the hell they do.
The customization is worse than the story, if you ask me. And the story.
Now, like there's like the only thing you can really customize is it's kind of like Watch Dogs a little bit. Like you can customize the jacket, you can customize like the shoes, and like your hairstyle and stuff like that. But it's very trash. They could have done a much better game with job doing that. Ricky is 100% right. As far as the teamwork and as far as it takes a lot of skill. Everybody needs to have different abilities so we can match well together. And one thing I want to say about this boy Ricky, it's my motherfucking nigga, bro. Like this, when we in the dark zone, me and Ricky is on the same page. If I see a nigga, we smoking, bro. Like he was like, "Yo, you want to get these niggas? Let's get it, nigga. Ain't nobody scared, bro." Like, I lost 7 levels playing with this man for the first time a few days ago, bro, in the dark zone because we was just out there running around bodying people.
There it is.
Yeah.
There
Hey,
it is.
question.
Yeah, so like y'all said the DLC, like the first DLCs for it coming out is free.
I think the first 2 or 3 they said.
All right, y'all think that they gonna do something like Destiny did with the Taken game? You think it's gonna be maybe like a whole separate game? You think it's just gonna add on to this?
Yeah, I think this game, just like Destiny, has the potential to branch off because we're only in New York, so I can foresee them doing like a Chicago or Los Angeles or a Texas or something like that. I could see them doing that for the future of this game. I could see them maybe not with this specific one, but Division 2. And the question that you asked, Patriot, is really good because somebody at the event before Division came out, they asked that same exact question, and they said, for right now, we're in New York. But who knows what's going to happen?
Oh, there it is.
So they kind of left a little Easter egg to let people know because this virus that took effect, which was it? I forget. Was it bird flu or something? I don't know what it is. It's some virus, but it didn't just affect New York. It affected the world. So who knows?
Hey, we're going to need to see some different seasons at some point. I don't want to be in the middle of the whole.
Yeah, and that's
just me nitpicking at this point, but that. I don't want to play that for a year, be like in the winter the whole time.
Yeah, that's why I was asking because I was just like, because we can go to different cities like DC or like you said, we can go sunny to California. That would be kind of nice to see. But yeah, just a little thought because this is Ubisoft and they might do something like that.
So the next little piece of this before we move on to the next topic is IGN. All right, now. IGN is very necessary, and they're the easiest outlet to say shit about. But they just make it too easy for us sometimes. IGN.
What did they say?
They gave the Division a 6.7 out of 10. Now I'm not going to dispute scores. I don't do scores. I just say is it worth 60 and is you gonna have fun? Yes, absolutely. In fact, the Division reminded me of like when I first started playing online multiplayer. That's pretty much what it was.
Wow.
So, 6.7 out of 10. I mean, I would probably go a little higher than that, but I wouldn't go super high. But the fun factor is definitely all the way up there. But the only
I'd say 7.5.
Yeah, like I could get with that. Like 7.5. It's not the greatest, but it is very fun, and you'll spend a lot of time. Like I'm sure when you did that mission yesterday, you didn't realize that 6 hours passed when you say that. That's how the game pretty much works. Like. That shit'll if you have somewhere you need to go. Let's say you got a legal 20 minutes, you might as well even turn that shit on, fam. You gonna be late, or you're gonna totally just miss it. You know what I mean? But the only reason I'm bringing up IGN and they 6.7 out of 10 is because by their score system, there are 5 games that they have scored higher than the Division, none of which I agree with. All right,
Can you name those games, Shizza?
Star Wars Battlefront, 8 out of 10. I think most of the people playing the Division, and you see the numbers. Numbers do not lie. All right?
They don't.
Most of the people playing the Division is going to tell you that they think the Division is more fun than Star Wars. All right? So, Star Wars, 8 out of 10. Evolve. IGN gave Evolve a 9 out of 10. Enough said. We don't even need to divulge too much into that. Street Fighter V, an unfinished game that Capcom knows is unfinished. We don't have a story mode. We have an article on that we'll get to in a second too. 8 out of 10. I haven't played Street Fighter. I don't plan on playing until they put the story mode up. Assassin's Creed Unity. Fair enough. Halo Master Chief Collection, 9 out of 10. I just can't take them serious sometimes with these because the division is decent. But I wouldn't mind if they gave it a 6.7 out of 10 if I didn't turn around and see Evolve got a 9 out of 10.
And you know what? This is so tough to say. I gotta watch my words here. In some ways, I could see how scores can vary because you have to respect the genre and what, like, because people see scores. A lot of gamers see review scores and they take them serious across the board for everything. You have to realize what genre you're in, what type of play style is this game in comparison to the other. What is it trying to accomplish here? Does it achieve all its goals well? Does it execute gameplay well? Does it There's a lot of things that you have to checks and balances in comparison to both games. Now looking at these scores, I don't see how Evolve got that puzzle. Chase said that he could have stopped talking for me. Yeah. My ears just turned off. That shit was crazy. Yeah, it's IGN. But gamers, just keep this in mind though. If a game gets a higher score than another game, you have to see what genre it is in, and also what did they execute well. So don't really see this as a bad thing, because you will see this. You will see some of your reviewers. Shout out to Jim Cosition. Shout out to Jim Sterling, I should say. You would see varied scores upon reviews. So don't really take this as a bad thing, but coming from IGN, take it as a bad thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Get him!
You know what? That's what I'm talking about, Abel. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Joystick.
I mean, that's the thing about, IGN is I've said this a few times. I mean, just from a review score perspective, I mean, they don't really have any credibility. I still go to their site for content. I prefer going to GameandIlluminati.com.
Yes, sir.
True.
And another place to go, I think, for people if you want to get scores, I still like going to Metacritic, because I think that's a great place to get, an aggregate of all the major media outlets, as well as some good player opinions. Because I'm old school. I still do rely on review scores to at least give me some.
There's nothing wrong with that,
kind of indication of where a game is. But I mean, they obviously don't have any type of review or vetting process at IGN where they're making that type of comparison. So that's just an excellent point to bring up.
I want to give a shout out to Black Megas. He tweeted this out, and it's going along to what we're saying. UFC from IGN got a 6.4.
We're going to get to UFC in a second. I didn't even know that. What did they get the last UFC? Let me see.
6.4?
Hold up. 6.4? What, they couldn't get a knockout?
Hold on. No, let me see. I need to see what they gave the first.
They
gave the first one a 6.8. You know what? Enough said. Let's move on, y'all. We not even and don't get me wrong. I think most people still check IGN. It's not. I'm not.
Some people do. Yeah.
I'm not there to try to have them agree with everything, but it's just like it's stuff like that. Now we do. It is different reviewers and all that kind of stuff. I understand that, but I mean, god damn. I don't know. But.
There's something that I started doing with games now that some people might have forgotten, because they do rely on views. I just be looking at commercials. I sometimes go into GameStop, look at the back of the game, and be like, "A word, this looks fun," and I just get it.
That's what
I just be knowing that, man.
That's what you gotta do. Sometimes the art beat, like the indie game, the art so clean. The game is trash.
So polished, so beautiful.
The game is so trash. You gotta watch out for that. But shout out to GameIlluminati.com as always. They got the app, they got the website, they got the anime review, the music stuff. I mean, it's the whole thing, you know what I mean? So,
as well as they are going to be doing their podcast, I think, right after we're done. So check them out on Twitch.
Cool. Oh.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, those is the homies over there. Plus they hit their goal for E3, so I'm sure they're still
Let's
taking
go.
donations. So
Good job.
yeah. UFC. Let's talk a little bit about UFC. I went out and bought it. You know what I mean? I ain't GameFly either. You know what I mean? I got a receipt. I was fat because I
always with the receipt.
Yeah,
I got
because
the
like
receipt.
Ricky be like, "Yo, where the receipt at?" It's like, you know what I mean? I don't GameFly as much as I used to because I got a PC. In fact, those games that's been sitting on my shelf, I've probably had for 7 months. So GameFly is not a benefit to me. The way I'm using it, I need to get better at that. I should just be using it for like Wii games, but
wait, you dropped the whole 60 on that, Chase?
on UFC,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm out.
Yeah, he said he was gonna buy mine too, so yeah, we good.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about that?
Oh,
Game share?
You ain't all right. We'll talk a little bit about that. I need some tax deductions out here, man. But from what I played, I didn't play a whole lot, and I ain't ready to get scraped online yet. I gotta really get some more games in. I was only able to play this for a little bit because of that division, though. But from what I played, a 6.4 is kind of. But it depends on the criteria. The career mode, if it's like last year, it's bare bones. If it's like last year, the knockout mode is poop. Like, what is that? I mean, it's all right. So maybe thinking about it. I mean,
Yeah, you kind of sound like you kind of agree with it now.
I don't know if I agree. I don't agree with it because of the
Chase
other games.
said it correctly. Chase said it correctly. It depends on what criteria people are judging on.
Yeah.
So it could actually be that 6 point something in some area. Like they could be right in some areas.
It could.
So I understand that. I understand. Definitely.
The now from Evolve makes me not agree with UFC getting a 6, with the division getting a 6 or whatever. Like that is the only reason why I have a problem with that. Like Propsy, you said division maybe a 7 to 7.5. That's only a couple points above what they gave it, and I feel the same. But it's just the other reviews. But I mean, it's fun. Like I said, I ain't ready to get straight.
Them couple points is the difference between a D and a fucking B. Like that's huge difference.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So like that's the difference between a shitty game and a good game, but not perfect.
True.
So I haven't played UFC, so Abel will have to go into this.
Abel, go ahead, go on in, bro.
Yeah. So I picked up UFC digitally. I've been playing it this past week immensely, guys. I've been playing for a while. I'm not so much into career mode yet. I've been doing a lot of streaming stuff with the community and stuff, and just playing overall. I've been having a great time on it. Knockout mode is something that a lot of gamers were actually getting hyped about. I see knockout mode, not impressed by it, to be honest with you. Don't really care about it at all, actually, because you can't play with your friends. So it's like a couch co-op thing. So if you have a partner at home, you could sit on the couch and you could both play knockout mode. The Ultimate Team, I haven't dove into that yet, but I have seen gamers play it, such as Cash Nasty having a good time. He's actually was sort of educating me as I was watching his video on what to expect in it. So I'm going to probably dive in that tonight, this evening. But overall, gameplay, let's speak facts here. The gameplay is fun. And I must say this, and I'm going to be very honest with you. If you do suck at this title, you will not be encouraged to play. You will not. You just won't be. But if you actually are good and you actually have skill, and you actually when I say skill, it takes skill. With some of these guys are monsters out here. You can't put the game down. I streamed yesterday, and I think like 4 or 5 hours went by on UFC alone. It just went by, and I didn't even think about it. And I enjoyed myself so much. Again, this isn't even off the career mode. The career mode, I know a lot of you guys might like story mode off of Chase. Chase is a very story-driven guy. But the career mode, I dove into it a little bit, but not extensively. It's looking like the same old thing from last year, to be honest with you, with subtle differences. But overall, the gameplay is fun. It's really fun. I can't lie. I couldn't put it down.
How long
I'm
you
probably
gonna play that game, man?
Oh, I'm gonna keep playing it, bro. I'm gonna keep playing it.
I'm saying because the first one.
Oh, the first one I stopped playing.
4 weeks.
You know what? The first one I've honestly played it for like 2 weeks and stopped. Nobody bought it with me, you know, and I wanted to play with people. and I couldn't play with nobody. I didn't want to just keep going online. It was fun online, but I wanted to play with other people, but nobody bought it besides like 2 or 3 people. So it was tough. But this time around, I have about 4 or 5 guys that bought it. Shout out to Ricky. Shout out to Fry Nation. Shout out to Team Green people. And we've been playing, and it's been addictive to play. Like we couldn't play. Like anytime we got into a fight, like I'm telling you, like people literally had to pull us off and be like, Abel, you're gonna stream something, like we're enjoying this so much. It's been so fun, and it's not even a hype thing. It's actually like you want to get better. You're feeling good. Like when you lose, you're inspired to come back. And
so then, based
cool.
off of that, I would say that, based off everything Abel said, maybe it doesn't deserve a 6.7.
Maybe it deserves a 7.
Because in the beginning, I was going to
go
agree
7.
and say it does deserve a 6.7 based off the first thing Abel said, that if you're good at this game, you'll love this. If you're bad at this game, you won't like it. But towards the end, he said when you lose, you still want to play it. So I think that maybe is wrong. I think that this game is actually fun, whether you win or lose, and it'll entice you to keep on trying to get better and play with your friends. So I think that 6.7 is 6.4.
Yeah.
6.4 is
and for my fight night people that were actually saying like, why am I seeing boxing maneuvers
that was
in
me.
here? I hear Chase talking about it. Yeah. So listen, some people watch and they watch people play with Tyson and they're like, Abel, is this fight night? Like, why are they moving like boxing style?
Yeah.
And the mechanics that they put in this game, you can fight just like a boxing game. Like it's retarded. Like you don't like it was very prominent in the last UFC for you to parry when you hit like I think R2 to parry and dodge and things of that nature. And this one you could really use your body weight and move around and sway and just bob and weave somebody instead of parrying. So that just adds a whole nother element. There was a time when I was versing Ricky. Shout out to Ricky. I was versing Ricky, and I couldn't seem to parry Ricky's hits. He just kept hitting me. So what did I do? I had to switch up mid game and start bobbing and weaving. And then next thing, Ricky couldn't hit me no more, and I start getting back at him. So it still has that boxing element in there too, if you care to be a boxer. So it's crazy. I really enjoy it, and it seems deep enough to hold you. It really seems deep enough to hold you. And this is without even going in the division mode. This isn't even without putting the belt on the line and going online against the world. Like, this is just you and your friends.
It ain't rough.
So,
though.
like, it
ain't no
man.
fight. It still ain't no fight night. Though.
Oh, it's no fight night. Of course not.
You still
I
want
need
fight
that
night.
fight night,
That
bro.
fight night is like... And the
It's
Ultimate
like-
Team is laughable from what I've seen, too. It's just take that shit.
I don't even know what's about. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
I've actually
even
heard
know.
people say they really enjoy Ultimate Team. Though. That's
I
crazy.
mean, yeah, but like... It's just,
I see Cash like it, but I don't know if he really, really enjoy it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, you
I
like
don't
whooping
know.
somebody's ass. That's what it is.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean, when you
That's- I'm telling, but then, like I said, if you get your ass kicked in this game, I'm telling you, hang in there and figure it out. Because once you figure it out and you could do some damage to some other people, you get addicted.
That's any
You'll
game,
get addicted.
though. I encourage
Yeah, that's
people
any
to-
game though. That's
to
true. That's
learn.
true.
Even if you if you think the game is garbage because you're getting pooped on, like, see if you get better. Because the thing is, a lot of times when you get better at the game, you might not like it, but you do like whooping somebody's ass. I'll tell you that. But
Oh,
Hey, man.
and Fraser boy, I'm looking for you, bruh.
Alright.
down.
I'm looking for you.
But
You got
You know
I've
where to
been-
find me.
like I've been
Yeah,
looking
go
at
go
you-
ahead, Silver.
I've been go ahead.
Let Patriot go. Let Patriot get this.
Oh, Patriot. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Like, I've been looking at UFC. Like, the first one, I was about to buy it, and then I thought about it. I said, it ain't worth that 60. I'm gonna have to wait, and I never ended up buying it. But with this joint, I might cop it. I might have to, because GameStop, they got a deal on, like, sell, like, 2 games for $50. Like, you get 2 games for $50, so you basically get UFC for 10. So I'm about to sell this.
Yeah.
about to
You got something that you could trade up for that?
Listen, I got FIFA 16
You
for
stupid.
30.
Listen.
You bought FIFA?
All right.
But it was that deal at Best Buy around Black Friday. FIFA and WWE for $30 each. Could have passed that up.
I
So-
feel you on
That's a
that.
good deal.
So I bought.
Good
So I'm
deal.
gonna trade in FIFA, and I think I have another game. But it was either between UFC and Division, and I think I'm a cop UFC over the Division just because like I'm at college, so when the people come over, they see that UFC, they're like, oh, it's time for you to get that work. So
in college, that UFC would get it popping. You already know all the guys are going to challenge each other. It's really fun. I can't wait for Chase. Hopefully next week you come around and you actually play for yourself and see what you think, bro. But actually next week we need to stream that. Once we do the Wednesday joint.
Wednesdays, man.
We gotta go.
Well, so real quick, and then Silver, you can ask a question before we move on. We're moving the show to Wednesday at around 6 p.m. Try to make it better for all of us as co-hosts and make it easier on Ricky. And we also want to start streaming and start filtering y'all back to some of those Twitch channels so we can get to post, for the people that want to see us play some games. We can do that after. Since we'll be starting earlier, we'll have more time to actually game. Even if it's only for an hour or 2 or 3, whatever.
It's something, man. I know you guys would enjoy it. You would enjoy it.
So we'll do that. Silver, last question, and then we're going to move on.
That's just awesome. I think I just wanted to ask you about the control scheme in UFC 2. The controls in the first UFC were a huge turnoff to me. That's why I never really got into the game because I don't really have a lot of patience to learn that kind of control structure.
You're a noob.
Understandable. Go ahead.
I'm dead ass. Has any of that been improved or streamlined in UFC 2?
They definitely switched up the control scheme. So gamers, when you actually go into the clinch game and different things of that nature, you either go left or right with the right thumbstick. So say that you want to get a shoulder collar hold, you will hold right on the right stick, and then the guy would transition. It's sort of like a noobish approach. It sort of makes things stupid easy for you, but at the same time, there's a difficulty in it if you learn how to counter somebody's movements headed towards that way. So it's super user friendly, but there are some frustrations within that control scheme that you'll be like, wait, how come I'm not countering, or how come this input didn't go through? And I think they did that on purpose just to balance things out because they made it stupid simple. They made it really simple to the point that you'll almost be like, wow, you almost feel like a beast on the ground. Like once you understand the controls, you'll be like, oh, I feel like I'm a beast on the ground. But there are some things that you may not know that you'll be like, oh, damn, I got exposed there. I got to get better in that area. But it's pretty cool. The control scheme is pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed last year's too. So both ways, it's cool for me. But either one, this one's cool. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
It's more user friendly. Definitely user friendly.
Let's but one quick thing though, real quick.
Yeah,
when I get this UFC, Abel and Ricky, I got these clippers lined up. Run the fade.
Run the fade.
Okay, all right.
I need to get.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Go. Let's go. That's gonna be fun.
Real quick, there's some more quick trailer on the Ninja Turtles. I'll just go ahead and play this. This game does have a release date. If I can find the release date for this,
please tell me before summer.
I think it is. Hold on, don't quote me on that. Give me 1 second while this is playing. The game looks really good and old school. May 24th, 4-player co-op. You hear what I say? I say 4-player co-op. All right, that's when we wanted the co-op, but we didn't know if they was gonna make it. Online this is going to be 4-player online story mode Ninja Turtle co-op, fam. Look at that shit. Yes,
shit like that.
Oh no, we definitely running this.
Yes, sir.
That's not even a fucking question.
This is because Platinum Games.
The boy got Leo in it. Bit.
The Platinum Games, they make good games. This is not like just some weird random Activision tie-in title for the cartoon. Like this is an official Ninja Turtles game, and look at the fucking. Bruh.
Yo, really I bet you something's telling me that's moving at 60, man.
It looks like it. I can't. I don't know.
If it moves at 60, that's gonna be beautiful.
So wow. I can't wait to play this. And this, you know what? Talking about games we're excited for, as far as like multiplayer, this might be the biggest one for me. I already have the Division, so I can't be excited for that.
How much is the price, Chase?
It's gonna be full price. I believe.
Oh, it's a 60 experience. Wow.
Yeah, it's a full game. That's what I'm saying. They made Bayonetta. They got.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting this, bro.
Team Green, we have our next
They can
game.
run it.
We
Yeah.
gotta get this.
We got this.
Yeah,
they
we-
came out with this a Power Ranger game, like the OG Power Ranger game. Yeah, I'm spending
with
60
that.
on
We
that.
got to play it
too.
on hard mode though. Hard mode.
Facts,
It's
nigga.
really
Hard
nice.
mode.
Yeah.
Pause though.
I've been
Yeah.
really getting into yeah, pause. I've really been planning to starting the games off on a little bit harder instead of playing on normal. I don't know. It's kind of fun. Well, it is fun.
I used to do that for Achievement Hunter back on 360.
Yeah, I don't do it for achievements necessarily, which you do get more. It's just like I find myself like, yo, let me just turn it up a little bit because it seems like normal to you anyway because you didn't play on an easier difficulty to begin with. Other great,
and it's on PC.
yeah,
wow,
it's on PC.
Let's
it's on
go.
PC. And that goes back to our conversation about cross-platform. I myself bought the Division for PS4 and PC. It would have been great if I could.
Yo, they saying the game is $40.
It's 40.
Get at what?
Okay, I'm
Even
sorry.
more
It's 40. It's 40 then. Okay. Thanks for the correction. All right. It would be nice if we didn't have to buy games 2 times, right? Like if you buy Black Ops on Xbox, you know what I'm saying? It'd be dope if you didn't have to turn around and buy it for PlayStation 4 because you want to play with your homies on the other console. That's the other reason why the cross-game platform and stuff is cool. Other notes, quick news. Rocket League. Where that picture at? Rocket League is getting a basketball mode, my G. They already
And
had.
all you gonna hear in niggas' videos is Steph Curry with the shot.
Yo,
boy.
I'm
And
looking.
that's all niggas gonna do.
Rocket League, I don't know how they do it, but they always got this new content coming, and
Right, and people love it. People
Yeah,
love it.
Hold on, they had the Batman, the basketball, the Back to the Future joint,
the hockey.
The hockey
hockey.
joint.
Wait, how much
the
is this?
bikes.
It's like $20, I think.
I don't got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got my money.
Yeah, it's. Oh, you mean how much is the DLC?
Yeah.
I don't think it's 20. Their DLC is usually like $5.
No, it'd be like $5.
Yeah, it's not. You're not paying. Their DLC is always on the for the low.
I want to know how you're gonna dribble. Like
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to play the same, but I think the thing is to do what he's doing and try to master when you're like kind of gliding up to the ball.
Oh,
trying
and
to-
I'm not
trying
good
to
at
shoot it
that.
down.
I'm not
No,
good
that
at
shit is
that.
hard.
Okay, that's hard. Okay.
People that's like
Yep.
crazy at the game, they do that kind of shit all the time, or they do it from the goalie. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to that too. I mean, that looks real good. Let's talk a little bit about this. We'll talk about the PlayStation VR probably for the last topic. Maybe we'll save this Ratchet and Clank for next week. There's 80 minutes of footage. Anybody that's interested in seeing Ratchet and Clank gameplay, there's 80 minutes. There's an 80-minute video on YouTube of that. But your girl Lindsay Lohan tripping, man.
Oh, she's still suing,
she's
huh?
tripping, man. She's suing Rockstar for that picture right there. She's saying that looks like her. And
Lord, let her reach.
fam, look at that though.
Reach
You telling me,
for
like,
the
the
stars.
way your nose and lips is set up. How that
Reach
chick
God.
look like you, fam? I'm offended
Hey,
because
hey,
I mean, before she was all on that stuff, yeah. Could post
yeah. But that like right there, look, she did a 67-page complaint about that.
fam.
That's a thesis. That's a college thesis this bitch wrote.
67 pages?
67. She probably didn't write it, but her.
But did you see the picture though that they actually had of them comparing each other?
No.
Okay, so there's a picture because that picture that you showed isn't really giving as well. But there's a picture where she took holding her phone, giving a peace sign just like that a long time ago in the same exact outfit, and that's why she said that they took it.
But
That's it.
the U.S. you can sue for fucking anything, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
true. Real
that's
shit.
Annoying. Like the bitch is reaching. Like, and maybe that
Hey.
picture might really tell a different story, but like, get the fuck on, man, with all that, yo. Like,
Yo, I'm gonna need her to go back to the locker room because she just fouled out with 6 reaches on this right here.
yeah, she definitely found out. 67 pages. Really?
Yeah.
What would go into that? What would you
Right,
write?
that's what I'm saying.
Like, bruh. These
What is the first 10 pages your thesis? Like
the whole thing is a thesis. That's what I'm saying. Some of them theses is like 80 pages. Bitch wrote a thesis over a video game
I
image.
don't even know.
That character, I don't even really remember that person from being in the game. I know it's probably a NPC or something like that. But yeah, man, this bitch is tripping. These hoes and lost their minds.
Yeah. Damn, Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about, Prof. I'm putting a picture in the chat. I see what you're talking about.
Let me see if I can see that real quick. Why that
Yeah.
game plays up.
It's closer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see what you're talking about.
I mean, people look like that every day, B.
Yeah, like I said, she found out with them
She got a
Reese's.
phone in her hand right there. Hell nah, the bitch got some. What's that? Coca-Cola?
No, that's a phone.
That's a phone.
Yeah, she got a phone.
She still found out though, but I see what
Man,
she tried to do.
Yeah, that's a much closer.
Man, that
Comparison.
is a reach still. Okay, so we got that. All right. By the way, I don't want to show this guy's whole video, so I'm only going to show maybe a clip of it. But Infant, this goes to show you how bad Street Fighter V is as far as not having a story mode or the game being too easy for the computer mode that they do have, which is only a few characters. There's a video of a guy. He has his son playing and beating. This is his son. You see how little this little boy is? This is an infant. Like, he got pampered and he is playing on the fight stick and he beats the computer. I think he beats the whole story mode. If I can just show a short clip, maybe I'll try to put this link in the description. But this little boy, I'm assuming, my apologies if it's a little girl, but the baby is beating the computer in freaking in Street Fighter. Like, look at that shit. Look at that shit.
I mean, that's at least using a fight stick though. That's a good
But
quality
the
one.
baby has no idea what it's doing and it's winning the game, fam. That's where we at.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Capcom. I mean, like I haven't gotten Street Fighter V yet. I'm just gonna wait until they actually finish and developing the game. I don't even know what to say about this. It's legitimately funny. I wonder if someone else is actually maybe playing it and we can't see, because I don't see how the baby's even executing moves.
Well, no,
So
look, the inputs are matching. If you look, it's definitely matching. I mean, I don't know. I heard the Street Fighter was stupid easy. Like, computer waits for you to hit it anyway. But I don't know. Moving on. Last topic. PlayStation VR. We touched on this, but we now have an official announcement. What you're going to have on your screen here is some Until Dawn PSVR gameplay here. You can see somebody playing it. Which it looks. I want to play that right there with the PlayStation VR. So basically, the PlayStation VR is going to be priced at $400. Now, I did see a video. Somebody said that it was going to be $600, and the comment section, people really gave him a piece of their mind. But the individual is actually correct, because it's going to be required that you not only have the PlayStation VR at $400, but there's going to be a Move controller and a PlayStation camera that are required to play the unit. You cannot play the VR without the PlayStation Move controller and the PlayStation camera, which are sold separately. So it's going to cost you more than $400. I don't know. It might be more than $500 if you don't have those other two peripherals there, which suck. At the same token, I think it said something about there being 50 games, and that was for Ricky specifically, because I know he said he wanted a lot of support from that. He didn't want it to end up like what you call it, the Vita, which is fair enough. So yeah, it says that there's 50 games that'll be available this year for PlayStation VR, and there's another 230 developers working. That includes small indie devs, and then there's gonna be some AAA or larger studios working on those too. So who's getting this PlayStation VR?
I am.
You ain't got PlayStation though.
I mean, I'll probably get the PlayStation first, and I think the beauty of it is that, it comes out in October, and BG, man, shout out to Broken Games HD, did an excellent video on this today. I think with the price tag of $399, it gives people time, to collect resources, before the October release, and I'm buying this because I desperately want a new video game experience. I'm just not. What's happening on my console and what's happening on my PC isn't really doing it for me. So I don't necessarily have an issue going out and taking a chance on new technology, especially if it changes the way that I'm able to experience games as a format. I mean, I think the great thing about this technology is that it completely immerses you into the environment. When you're looking all around you and you're able to see your enemies and you're able to really feel like you're part of that action. It can take a game that might look menial on console and turn it into a completely different experience. I think the thing that's kind of interesting about the announcement, Sony did come out and say that they're looking for games to run at 120 frames per second, and if it runs below 60, they're not going to allow it on the platform. And I think that's it's going to be interesting to see how well the PlayStation 4 actually holds up with those standards, because I know right now not all games on the PS4 run at 1080p. 60 frames per second. You have a lot of games that dip down into 30 and 40 frames. So I think in the onset, we may see a lot of games that look, overly simplistic or not as detailed as what we're used to traditionally seeing, in the console format. But again, I think, being that it's a virtual environment, it's going to really maybe change the level of detail that we're looking to have in some of these games. And I know there's people out there right now who have Gear VR for the Samsung who are already experiencing some cursory level of VR games on their phones now. And I've heard a lot of positive feedback. The one thing I will say that was kind of strange about Sony's announcement, I think they come out and announced that the pre-orders have already sold out. And when I heard that, I wasn't really sure, because it seemed like they basically just announced, the concept, the VR coming out, and somehow it's already sold out. So I wasn't really sure how that's orchestrated or who actually pre-ordered it yet. But I got plenty of time, to get resources together to make this purchase. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm confident. I'm not confident in October, but I do think that the evolution of gaming, I've stated this before, is virtual reality. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be inside the game. I think every gamer has always wanted that option in their life. So I do think that it is a possibility that it might be fly. I still believe that we're not really ready for this kind of technology yet, when these consoles can't even run 1080p 60 frames per second steadily. So I don't really know how that's going to work.
Well, it's a separate unit. Just keep that.
I know, but I'm just saying in general, like, we can't even get, great technology for what we have now.
Yeah.
And yet they're introducing this 3 years after the PS4 just came out. So I'm nervous about that, but I'll cop it in a few years.
Far as what
a game that would be fire on here is House of Dead.
Or Gran Turismo.
Like, remember them old school House of Dead games?
Yeah.
You had the guns and shit. Them games would be fire on it.
On Dreamcast, it was amazing. Yeah. But wait, you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
We hear you.
Oh, my bad. Okay, it just got mad quiet. I really don't believe in VR. To be honest with you, at all. I just see. In all honesty, I see like all this footage here that we just now watched. I'm watching the young man play, and I'm just picturing all this footage that we're seeing being on a documentary, a failed experiment that just never went through. Like, because I mean, we seen this time after time, and a lot of companies go with VR and really try to invest in it. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with that. For some reason, I think they're putting the horse before the carriage. I mean, the carriage before the horse here, because like Prof was saying before, you could barely execute things normally, naturally, and now we're going to VR. I just don't believe it. I know seeing is believing, and I'm seeing it work in front of me and stuff like that. I guess I need a hands-on experience to really get real I guess the experience for myself. But as I see it, I'm just not sold. I'm simply not sold, and neither can I afford it at the current moment neither. So that's another issue. But I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet.
Joysticks, you get it in October?
Yeah, in October. I think if it comes out then, I'll probably go ahead and pick it up.
So you trying to buy me one real quick?
Well, I mean, it's well, and you know, it's a good point. I think someone mentioned before, you know, yeah, it's more than the price of a console, and I mean, I think the one thing that we kind of have to take in mind, and BG pointed this out as well, is you can't judge the technology based on where your wallet is, and I mean, different people have different resources, and I think there's some people out there who may not want to see this become successful because they think the price may be too high to obtain, and I can certainly understand that. What did you ask me? What was the original question?
No, I just said if you copy it in October, and if so, like, let me get one. That's what I was saying.
So I went way too. I took that way.
Right, you went left
good.
field.
Nah, but you good, because I was gonna ask you a similar question, and you pretty much answered my question. But with this VR, like, I'm not copying it. Like I said, 400.
Are you interested, Patriot? Is it the price, or are you not interested?
I mean,
well, it's sort of both.
It's a combo of both. Like, cause like some of me is like, this kind of seems cool, I want it, and then another part is that price. But one thing I do want to know, you said developers in the works. Like, is 2K confirmed for this? Cause I'm gonna need 2K to feel the cheese. I'm gonna need them to feel the cheese when the CPU take over games. Like, I'm gonna need 2K to get on that. But I don't know. I'm not really interested that much, and that $400 ain't gonna help me out. So I
yeah, I did kind of reach on my own thoughts.
My bad. I think this is designed for super hardcore gamers, people who are like silver enthusiasts in electronics and things like that, because the casual gamer won't even think about getting this until it becomes mainstream and it's the new wave. I think once it becomes mainstream and it'll be like new wave and everybody's talking about it, that's when other people will pick it up. But for now, I think it's mainly for the enthusiasts and the collectors.
I agree, Prof. I agree very much. Chase, what do you think about? Are you going to get this, or like, is this something you're looking into? I mean, the price ain't that. I mean, I know you said you were interested, and this price isn't that bad. So,
well, it's more than the PlayStation
I mean, it could
4.
be lower.
It's more than the PlayStation 4, and it's more than the Xbox. It might be $399, but again, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, for anybody that just came up in here. It is required that you have a PlayStation Move and a PlayStation camera. Now, a lot of the nerds like myself bought a PlayStation camera just to do NBA 2K face scans. So I do have one of those already. I don't have a PlayStation Move. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're like a YouTuber, you kind of make purchases that you might not make if you weren't a YouTuber.
Right.
Because kind of like, I don't want to say your job, but kind of like your role is to like I don't mind being like the lab rat for some of this stuff. I don't mind like, being the guy that takes the first step and then reporting out to them. So that is kind of part of the reason why I might do certain things. And the VR might be one of them. I don't know when I'm getting it. I'm interested in VR regardless. The price is what's like, yeah, that's a lot.
So okay. So
True.
What's a fair price for this though? Like would you say, what would you want as far as a price?
I mean, it would be unfair for me to say, 200 or 300 because from what we're seeing, this is the cheapest VR by far. Half is 800. Oculus is 600.
But it looks good though.
Yeah. So this is like the cheapest. And the other thing is like I got a lot of shit plugged in this room. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 consoles in this damn room and a PC. 2 monitors.
Up, ready to go?
No. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. There's two gaming PCs because my girl's her spot's right next to mine. That's why y'all can't see this chair. But so she sits in the chair next to me. She has a monitor. I have a lot of shit plugged into this damn room. It's all clustered up. That's why I haven't done a setup video, because like there's shit everywhere. We would have to. We're required to have.
You should do a setup video.
When
That
I
would be
move,
cool. Go ahead.
do one. A separate unit to plug in, because it's not just going to be powered by the PlayStation. But I'm gonna probably get that thing. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I need tax breaks, bro.
Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this though. Like, I know last year I think I came on a couple of times and I said, I think this is the end of, the console generation. I don't really think we're gonna have another PlayStation.
Why?
I don't think we're seeing companies change their focus.
How? They've outsold they're on pace to outsell the last every generation though.
We're on pace, but are we seeing the games that are going to continue to support?
It don't matter. They
consoles,
selling nonstop, Silver.
But I don't think that trend is going to continue. I'm not confident we're going to continue to see consoles being sold.
Based
I think
on
what's happening right.
What is this based on?
Right now, we're seeing the emphasis, in the PlayStation to VR. Like I'll start with Sony.
Get this man an L, bro.
I'm gonna get it ready.
I'm gonna let him finish.
We're gonna let you finish. But
I'm throwing the question out there. All this emphasis is on VR. This is obviously Sony's. This is their next step. Right now, there's over like 230 developers working on VR titles. All right. My guess is that Sony is going to slowly move towards this avenue. I'm imagining that VR games will cost less to actually produce. And I think that we may see a little bit of a convergence away from traditional console games over to more VR-focused games. All right. On Microsoft's side, they've pretty much made the point clear that they're looking at, the unified Windows platform is their focus. Phil Spencer doesn't really care if you buy an Xbox One or you play on PC. Microsoft has clearly taken the emphasis off of valuing the Xbox One moving forward. So, in kind of looking at these two directions, why are we not questioning whether the console generation, will continue, or if is this a point in time where we're beginning to see a shift in the way that consumers are receiving gaming content?
I might have to smother you with this L. It's not even like regular. You might have to get smothered.
Yeah. And we love you, joysticks, but
you smothered, fam.
I take no L's until someone can give me a reason why what I'm questioning doesn't make sense.
Well, no, the fact that you said that this might be the last generation based on the industry shifting focus somewhere else, I'm saying when you see the numbers that these consoles, the Xbox and the PlayStation, are doing better than the PS3 and the Xbox 360. They are on pace. The PlayStation's on pace to surpass the PS2. Did you see?
What is that? Do you understand the PS2?
Do you understand that they just sold $650 million in microtransactions over at EA? And EA's not on PC.
Now, the microtransaction argument is a good one, because that definitely does suggest that by continuing to build microtransactions into games, that's a viable business practice that will continue to generate revenue. I agree with that, and using console games as a vehicle for that revenue is something they may not want to stray away from. I'll definitely give you points on that.
Yo, bro, like, hold on, bro. Like, first of all, I just want to say Chase is the realest nigga of all time.
What?
I'm not gonna say exactly why, because I don't know if you want to put it out there like that.
No.
But that nigga. No. Second of all, you got your rabbit ass mind, bro. Like, I understand. No, you know what? A lot. I don't understand what you're saying, because these niggas is sounding like crack, bro. Like, I don't. In order for something to stop, it has to show some kind of significant drop, some type of crazy. Like, the reason they stopped selling fucking CD players, because nobody gave a fuck about them anymore, because they was dying, because digital was becoming the new wave.
Right.
This is not going anywhere. Like, the fact that I don't think the fact VR is, I believe, is the future. But to say that one is going to be eradicated because of VR. So you're saying Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation are all going to stop making consoles. All are going to switch to VR, and it's just going to be VR and PC for all humanity. Come on, bro! Like you gotta realize how crazy that sounds.
I think we're on the cusp.
No, Silver, no.
Of a dramatic change.
Well, a change is not the same thing as you saying no more consoles.
That's
a change
different.
might be upgradable consoles or stuff like that. That is not no more consoles. You pitched the last generation of consoles.
That's completely different. I read earlier, like I stated earlier, they said it's estimated the PlayStation VR is estimated to sell 1.6 million. That's a lot. 1.6 million. That's a lot. In the first year, that's a lot. PlayStation 4 sold quadruple the times number of that in the first year.
Hey Silver, you hungry, bro?
I'm just really surprised that people are so reluctant to think that a change could be on the horizon.
It's
we're not saying a change.
Nobody's saying that. You're saying that other systems are going to be like they're not going to make any more consoles. That's what you're saying.
Sip you something, man. Props,
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think you hear what you're saying, bro. You just said that no longer going to be made in a few years.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
They're already working on PlayStation 5 right now, so
of course.
The NX is about to come out next year.
Exactly. And that's
the NX is Nintendo's piece. All right, there's no confirmation that the PlayStation 5 is in the works.
So that's
Microsoft.
I love
you won't believe it. They're not making a PlayStation. Man.
No, I don't. I mean.
Oh my God.
What? No, Silver. You know I'm a nice dude, bro. Listen. Silver.
Talk to him.
You're off on this one, bro. You're off on this one.
I'm throwing the question out there, and right now, everyone is relying on historical numbers and historical figures,
right?
And you're automatically assuming that what's happened in the past is going to happen in the present.
It is happening now.
History's happening before our eyes.
I'm saying history is happening before our eyes, and I'm
saying that PlayStation
we're on the
5
verge
is
of a
gonna
shift.
Outsell PS4. I'm not saying Xbox Zebra Cakes is going to outsell fucking Xbox One. We're just saying that they're not going anywhere. There's too much.
Console's not going nowhere.
The vast amount of people that love console, it's not going to go away. As much as people are switching to PC, which we've seen, as well as mobile games is on the rise as well, niggas is not going to buy and play mobile games for the rest of their life when they can easily hop on this console.
Consoles.
PC is dominating right now.
The industry is worth
people are still on this PS4.
It's going to be $92 billion in sales. You going to sit up here in this call and you going to tell us that they will potentially scrap their bread and butter, Wally, Sony and Nintendo.
I think the bread and butter is in the software. The bread and butter is not in the hardware. They can figure out different.
Sell the software, though.
You can sell software through streaming devices. You can sell it through digital distribution.
What happened to Amazon TV? What happened to PlayStation Now? What happened?
Amazon TV was irrelevant. PlayStation Now, the PlayStation TV didn't even have compatibility with 100% of Vita games. All right, that was
Now.
The PlayStation Now, I mean, it's Gaikai PlayStation 3. The biggest problem with PlayStation Now was Sony's pricing structure.
And people
they should have went
stream their games like that.
You also have to look at where we are with internet speeds. You know, internet will improve. Streaming devices may become more viable.
I'm sorry.
No.
This is a time capsule. This is a moment in time. You stepping forward.
No, I take no L's. You can put an L on the screen, but I don't accept that L. No one has convinced me that this is not possible. That we may be singing in the console.
We are disputing the one thing you said, that this is the end this is the last console generation. We're not disputing possible changes in the way consoles are made. We're not disputing it. You said, and it wasn't a question when you said it either. We got that footage. You said you believe this is the last console generation. That's what we're talking about.
I believe this is the last console generation.
Okay, so my question to you, if this is the last console generation, what do you foresee the next thing being instead of consoles? Go.
I think it's going to be streaming devices and virtual reality and PC.
So you think Nintendo wants people to play their games on a TV?
I mean, Nintendo, they're diverging into different sectors. They're taking on mobile.
They are.
All right, the NX. Unfortunately, we don't really know what the NX is going to be. I think a large part of it is going to revolve around the handheld component.
I was just about to say that because the handhelds make crazy money for Nintendo.
I'm sorry, this is hilarious.
Nah, bro, you get L of the year for this one.
Yeah, you can give me the L, but I do not accept that L.
It doesn't matter, bro.
I do not accept.
I'm pretty sure Meek Mill doesn't accept his L's either, but he has to live with them. It doesn't matter.
I want someone to come back and provide me with the real reason instead of hiding behind everyone else.
We just gave you like
the only thing you told me is that the history will repeat itself.
No.
I need more than that.
This is doing better than the history. I don't think you understand how well.
I think we're on the verge of we're on a convergence point. It's done well up to this point, and we're going to see a shift.
So when they announce PlayStation 5, what are you going to say?
Well, hold on.
We'll deal with that at that time.
Okay,
no. But what are you going to say? What are you going to say?
I will deal with it at that time.
Well, hold on.
You seriously think that they're not making another one? Like this is your end all, bend all.
He's wrong. You want to know why he's
wrong?
So
you and Yoshida have had this conversation personally.
No.
Look.
Okay, so what the hell?
Joystick, you don't understand. The reason you are wrong, you really need one instance to make your whole statement wrong. That's how it works, right?
Okay.
So the one instance is the NX, is the next generation already. You said this is the last generation. Wii U counts with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, even though it came out before it. The NX is the next generation. So that reason alone means there's another generation of consoles, even if there's only one.
I mean, I award your effort. I mean, you definitely, did a good job of taking what I said and kind of shifting it to fit your own purposes. I'll give you points for that.
That's what you
I'll
said.
I'll give you points for that. If we're gonna qualify the NX as a next generation console, even though it's rumored to have a lower resolution than the current consoles, I'll give you points for that. I'm still not gonna take the L though, but I like where your head is at.
Okay, so listen to this.
They said you think Roku is the future of gaming, yo.
Who said Roku?
Okay,
Who said that?
Okay, Silver. Let me just say this right here, right? Sony posted a message.
Okay.
We have an exciting opportunity at Sony Computer Entertainment of America. We seek a senior game programmer to assist us in developing a game used for R&D purposes related to our next generation gaming system. Not the VR. Not the VR.
It doesn't say not to VR in the description. I guarantee it does not say that in the job description.
It doesn't say that, but it's not talking about VR.
I like what you tried to do there.
It's not talking about VR.
I like what Chase tried to do better though.
I got you. The NX is still considered the next. It don't matter what the power is.
If we go to court, you might be able to beat me on that. Bro. All right, I like that.
It's not.
I'm not reason why
it's not one,
oh my god!
Love don't fit. You must have quit.
Right.
I ain't killed nobody.
Right now, your glove's not fit.
I ain't killed nobody.
I am not OJ.
I ain't killed nobody.
I just. Okay, talk to me.
Nobody disagrees with what you're saying as far as like VR.
The change.
The next big
yes.
That's not the problem.
Yeah, there is going to be a change. Yeah.
Going to die. This is going to be the last generation. I refuse to acknowledge that.
Yeah, and
it's not even because I love consoles or anything like that. As much as people love sitting at home playing on the game system, over the many of the years, look how crazy it has grown to become what it is now. Especially with all these MLG tournaments with these games. Do you seriously think they're going to be playing Call of Duty VR at MLG?
MLG.
And when MLG makes crazy amount of money for Call of Duty, do you seriously think that's what they're going to be showing them about 2000? I'm going to say 2019, 2020. Probably the next wave of consoles come out.
MLG
They're going to be showing them VR, bro.
That's an interesting point. I mean,
MLG, listen, so on TV right now, there's a gaming channel.
mm-hmm.
You can go to ESPN and watch the gaming division. They're at the X Games. They're going to be doing this all on VR from now on.
I don't know. I mean, I'm honest. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there will be so much of the industry that will change. You know, if VR does become the dominant way of playing games. You know, I'm just saying, don't be afraid of the thought. That's what this whole conversation is about. Is
it's just all
change is coming to the industry, and we just have to prepare ourselves for the possibility that something different may be on the horizon.
That's not what you said, though.
I like, you know what you just said to us earlier? I like how you twisting it and trying to make it seem like that's what you meant all along.
Hold on, Patriot, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Okay.
I want just trying to say is Silver. What you sipping on over there? Let me get a sip of that. Cause
He's sipping on that.
No, I'm sipping on this is green apple Gatorade right now.
Hey, green apple? I never had that.
This is bomb right here.
But like I see what you were saying, Joystix. Though you would like what you tried to say and what you actually said, it like kind of messed up.
That's all.
You was trying.
That's all. Sound fucked up. That's what I do.
No, I meant everything I said. I got nothing.
I'm sorry. I back up. Sorry, I tried to say.
Take back anything.
No.
Silver, guys, remember this is coming from the same man purchasing No Man's Sky. So let the force be with him.
Don't play with me like that. Don't do that.
Yo.
Silver, I just
Like,
definitely
I don't deny
agree
the fact,
there.
as far as just saying like the future of gaming to become more of a streaming service. I believe that.
Oh yeah, I agree with
possible.
that. I agree with
I
that.
think maybe even the PlayStation 5 might do a better job of doing that with the PlayStation 4, but there will be a PlayStation 5. It's not just going to be VR streaming. It's going to be on
definitely.
I don't know. I mean, we look at these studio closings. You know, the numbers the numbers are interesting. The numbers are definitely interesting.
There's an article that has all the things that were supposed to kill off consoles in order and why it didn't work. Everything from streaming to mobile games to Steam boxes, all that stuff is in that article, and it explains in depth why they thought it was going to work and why it absolutely did nothing.
I've seen that article. I mean, you can post in the chat for people who haven't seen it.
I don't have it handy, but
it doesn't. Okay.
I was saying like with the VR streaming, like because I feel like there are more casual gamers out there than like hardcore, and like for like Prof said earlier, like right now VR is for the hardcore, but I'd say about maybe 2 or 3 generations down, you could get like when it becomes mainstream. That's when everybody like, oh, let me get that VR real quick, and then that's when they'll take over. But not like right now. It's going to be a while. It's going to be generations.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm not. I mean, no one's saying it's going to be immediate. I mean, no one's saying it's going to be immediate.
I think by the time that if we have kids right now, by the time our kids are about 15, then I'd agree. I'd probably agree more with you, but not
right
in the next,
now. No,
not in the next 10 years, bro.
That's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening.
We'll see.
But you were onto something with streaming and stuff. You're onto something that will be the future, but not now. Not now.
I'm always onto something.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey,
Yeah, you always on something too.
You always on something. But
I mean, what Gatorade doing to you?
hey, so what's sorry, man?
Shut up, bro.
You over there a little hungry, bro? I got the Snickers over here, bro. It's all good.
No, I mean, I appreciate the conversation. I just, my whole goal is to get people to think about games differently. You know, it's no fun having the same conversations all the time. I want to expand and step outside of the box a little bit, and you just see where people's heads are at.
You know, I respect everything you say generally. You bring something new to the squad. But I kind of noticed your bullshit when you said you would sell your soul for Apple, bro. And I was like, you know what now, bro? Like,
No. He said
that
sell
was
his ass.
one first strike, and
He said he'll sell his ass for Apple products.
yeah,
I did type that.
I don't know about all that, bro.
I did type that. I mean, it's I like having fun on Twitter.
You a salesman?
That's
You
an
ever been a
avenue.
salesman?
No, I don't sell anything. That's
never-
what I
you
do
never
not
were a
get money for
salesman?
it. Mm-mm.
Like, well, you can get somebody. You can sucker somebody in a minute though. We know the game though. You good? Bro.
I appreciate it, but no, I've never been involved in any type of sales. I don't work.
Not successful though.
I don't work for any type of companies.
Chase, Rick said add him to the call real quick. He has to say one thing.
All right, well,
I know we're at the end too.
No, yeah, we have to end. You ready?
Ricky
Silver
in the building.
Silver,
I'm ready.
you ready.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
I ain't want to put you in a pickle if you weren't ready to be in the pickle. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Pause.
You say you don't sell silver?
I didn't say put the pickle in you. I said put you in the pickle.
Pause again. I swear.
All right, hold on, let me ask.
Yeah. You know what? That's plausible. I give you that, Silver.
Well, how?
I had to sit here and think about
Put
it.
him in a pickle? That's pause? Or put the
him
big
in a
win on his
pickle.
pod?
Both,
Oh,
yeah. Both
actually,
pauses.
No, the first one's passable. The second one, that's straight.
First
No,
one
that's
might be a
wild.
reach. Yeah, first one might be a reach.
Potentially. All right, I think I got Ratchet and Clank up on the screen. Y'all can watch that for the duration of the.
Oh yeah, let's
last
go.
few minutes.
Yeah, I would love to watch that.
Huh.
He fouled out.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Man, where you at?
Ricky.
Turn off the stream in the background, Ricky.
Yeah, y'all don't. Oh wait, y'all still hear the stream?
Fam, where are you at though?
Are you in the subway?
In the job. No, I'm in the job.
Okay. Oh, good.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you won't get fired.
Yes,
good,
sir.
Silver, man.
Yes.
I've listened to everything you said. You made me like really do my job because I think you were reaching, bro. Were you fucking around when you said all this shit? Just like the last 10 minutes, were you like playing? Or were you
No,
serious?
I mean, I was serious a little bit. It's fun, but for the most part, I am serious. Like I do think that we're on the verge of a change in the industry.
I just gotta say this, man. I personally think you're a PC elitist. I think you don't like consoles, bro. Because for some reason you mentioned that it's gonna be mobile gaming and PC.
I never said mobile gaming.
Yes,
never,
you did.
No,
You just said mobile streaming and PC. You said mobile gaming before.
I said VR.
You said mobile game.
I've never said
in the
mobile
past,
gaming.
That was me. Right?
In the past, no. In the past, Silver said mobile gaming will be the next big thing.
No, I didn't, Ricky. I've never said that.
What? You said
I
mobile gaming?
I can contest and definitely say I said that though.
And another thing too, Sony has confirmed that they have new IPs coming out for next gen for their next consoles in the future. Microsoft has confirmed the same thing. Microsoft confirmed a new console. The Nintendo NX is a. Yes, they did.
Microsoft
Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer did not do that, Ricky. You find the proof.
Phil Spencer. We spoke about it on GMG. We spoke about it on GMG. Phil Spencer said that, bro. Phil Spencer says we are looking to make another Xbox. There is another Xbox on the way. Yes, he did.
That is
no, don't do that.
Yes, he did.
Don't do that, Silver. Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
He did say that. He did.
Yes, he did.
Hold on, wait.
I will deactivate my channel right now. Yes, he did.
Listen.
Okay, hold on. Listen, I got it right here.
December
Phil
10th.
Spencer on next console assures fans Xbox One is not Microsoft's last console. He definitely said
that. Thank you. Silver.
What he is saying is the current Xbox.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, that does not guarantee.
Silver, that's exactly what.
That does not guarantee there's going to be another Xbox. Microsoft is also working on HoloLens.
No,
they can figure out a way to make.
Let me ask you a question. Silver, I understand that. Let me ask you a question.
Listen,
real talk.
Xbox head. Hold on. Xbox head declared that there's going to be another console after the current generation, saying that the team remains 100% committed to it.
This
was back in August.
Silver, there's a link in the chat. I just put it in there. He said December 10th there will be another Xbox after this one, sir.
Silver, I know my shit, Silver. Listen, man.
Where's Where's the console?
Listen. Where's the console? We're still in this current gen.
What I'm looking for is I need someone to show me schematics of a new console.
Listen, look, Silver. All the agnostics, look, Silver. All these big words with agnostics, whatever the fuck that means. Listen, with VR, you need a console to support it. So if there's no more consoles, okay. So then if there's no more consoles, so you're telling me Sony's gonna bring their VR to PC? Really? You're telling me that HoloLens? So come on. So tell me. You're telling me that the Nintendo VR.
No, hold on.
So you're telling me that. You're telling me.
All,
listen, bro. You're telling me that Sony put millions of dollars into VR to say, okay, fuck it, we're not dropping a PS4, no more PlayStation consoles, bro. You're reaching. You're reaching.
That doesn't make sense, Ricky. How are you?
Let him answer, Ricky. Let him answer.
If they're bringing if they're bringing it out and they're running on a PS4, how do you deduce that there's automatically going to be a PS5 from that? That doesn't make sense, Ricky.
All right, no, I get what you're saying. But what you're not looking at is that you're seeing it, and you're actually making it seem like Sony's going downhill with the PlayStation. They're actually doing a great job with the PlayStation.
I never said that.
I know that, but they wouldn't have made this leap into VR if PlayStation was a fail. If PS4 was an absolute failure,
Ricky,
they would never came up with. But you're not understanding my point.
I don't know what your point is. You're making
and
up
I'm gonna
shit
make
on
the
the
point because you're cutting
making up
me
shit
off.
on the spot.
Hold on.
You're cutting me off.
At no point did I ever say the PlayStation was a failure. When did I say
I'm not saying that. But if you let me say my point, then you would understand. But you're cutting me off every time I'm trying to make my point.
Now, we're going from side. We're going.
No. What I'm trying to say is, this is me. If the play, and I'm thinking of it in a business move. If my console was going downhill, I would have never put in millions to make a VR because the support behind it would have went to shit. This leaves room. You see what I'm saying? He cuts me off when I'm about to make my point.
I have a goddamn MBA. All right, I understand business.
What does MBA have to do anything?
It means I have a fucking master's of business administration. That's school for business. That's what the fuck it means. All right,
so that don't mean nothing in related to gaming. You fucking said there's no games on PlayStation, but yet you play the same PlayStation games on PC, fam. So that NBA could suck a dick because that shit don't mean nothing.
Hold on now.
Period.
All right,
that's what you want to do, Ricky. That's what we're doing.
Come on.
Hold up.
Come on.
That's what you want to do, Ricky.
Wait a minute.
He hit me with this degree shit. I don't know where that came from.
Ricky.
Bro.
You disrespecting my shit.
Yeah. Hold on.
All right, Tupac.
Shit go left sometimes. This shit's going left. I need y'all to relax. You know what I'm saying? I need Tones to be relaxed and all of that. All right. All that y'all doing.
Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point though?
But you gotta let him. If he wants to rebut,
I was, man. I don't know. The thing is, I like what Silver says. I just really want to finish my point. He hit me with this MBA shit. Like, bruh, really? I never discredit your education, bro.
You just did. You just
because you threw it in. Because you just.
I don't know anything about business.
I never
I
said
didn't
you
fucking go to
what?
school to get a business degree. That's what you did.
No, I didn't. I talked about in my perspective. If I was a business, I'm not talking about you, bro. And in fact, if you were a business owner, you would probably go bankrupt because your fucking decisions suck ass. Your ideas suck ass.
All right, this is over, Chase.
Yeah,
that's over.
Guys, we're gonna see.
You did this, Ricky. What's gonna happen to you next is your fault. It's all
I
you,
still
Ricky.
love you, bro.
All right. You know what?
Yeah.
Now,
Right,
outros. Ricky, you start with you.
I still love you, Silver, though. But shout out to everybody, though. Silver, I still love you, bro.
I'm sending this footage to your employer, Ricky. You will be notified in 30 days.
Yeah, I gotta go work somebody's ass. I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah,
all right. Patriot outros.
Yo, nice being on here, GMG. That last part was
ridiculous.
it was ridiculous. The free should be having on hold to come back, and yeah, man, be sure to check out the channel.
All right, joysticks. You all right over there?
I'm cool, man. I mean, sometimes people make me get out myself, man.
It's all right.
And me and Ricky, we gonna have a talk. We gonna squash it. you know, you
Guys,
know.
yeah, and this ain't no beef stuff. Like we've been here with debates like this
With
before.
them two, with them two
yeah,
specifically.
with them too, yeah, specifically. I've seen this before.
It
So
started with Black Ops 3,
right.
and now this is where we're at.
Yeah. He said, "I got a
I'm out.
motherfucking NBA."
About
That was that nigga's version of "You ain't got the
Yeah,
answer."
it was.
Yo, that boy Joyce was going Super Saiyan over there, bro. He was
That's
just
cool. Make sure y'all follow Joysticks on Twitter though, man. He,
yeah, for real shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
support guys, for real.
Plus he's always like available when we need him in the pinch anyway. So
Yep.
you know,
True.
but we have a habit of letting you you kind of set yourself up for the loss. I gotta be honest with you, man. You put yourself
it's
in.
not.
You do.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize at the end of every episode. Every time I'm on here, I end with an apology.
Yeah, it's
all
cool.
right. I try to do better. All right, but they keep testing me. What am I supposed to do?
They do. No, I'm with you.
I have to defend myself.
Yes, sir. That's why
you
on
have
here.
to.
It all started with the amiibos, though. And after that, it went left.
It did.
Let him live.
It went left.
It did.
All right, Abel, outros.
Yo, this has been a great show. Thank you guys for coming through, and see you guys next week on my birthday. Yeah.
Okay. Wednesday at 6:30 ish. Yeah. Propsy.
Yeah.
Damn.
God.
What?
Yo, Silver L West, bro. Shout outs to Ricky. No. I have no business.
Ricky got me. God damn, I don't like that shit. I don't like that at all.
Broke. Anyway, God, make sure you show support to me, myself, Abel, Silver, Patriot.
True.
Gail,
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Check out Kid. Check out the whole, Twitch. We'll be out here live streaming, doing our thing. Next week, Wednesday, we back at it again.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Peace.